Hey, we're on the internet.
Internet.
Got a smoothie.
I need my glasses.
Smoothie.
Yeah, from the kingdom of smoothies.
Mm. I always forget we have Smoothie Kings around here. I can go for a pineapple serve.
Sam, we're not sponsored by them. Don't say their name.
We could say names. Doesn't mean so. I mean, like, people do go to that store. I mean, if anything, it's free advertisement.
I'm gonna get a soup.
It's like going to a really great restaurant. Like, I went to the best restaurant ever. And like, oh, what was the name of it? I can't tell you. It wasn't sponsored.
They're going to be so mad these 5 people are talking about their product on the internet.
That is something I have learned about big, companies. They don't like their stuff being marketed on the internet.
Did you guys want to play the Tomb of Horrors or talk about Smoothie King? Sam.
Choice A.
Smoothie King was A, right?
No.
What's your favorite smoothie, Jack?
Banana and peanut butter.
Gross.
That's just me.
Seriously, stop saying their name. We're gonna get in trouble.
Derek asked while he was getting Smoothie King.
I'm not joking. King of smoothies, please.
Alright, Tomb of Horrors brought to you by Smoothie King. Let's go ahead and
We're
dive
done.
into that.
We're done. We're shut. We got no future now.
So last time I will go ahead and recap because there's some stuff I need to read. Maybe. Oh, there it is. You guys were in the capital city of Toothstoud, and you got the option between 2 jobs. It was to either rob a bank in a big city, one of the cities you haven't been to yet, or go hop in the Tomb of Horrors. Y'all were like, Tomb of Horrors sounds nice. So you went and did that. You walked to a separate island off the coast of Muthana. Found the desolate rocky terrain. Wandered around it for about a couple days until you found this weird gravel mound. Investigating the gravel mound that you found and poking holes in it, you found some entrances, one of which collapsed on you. Did not kill any of you, so you made it. The second one led to a long corridor, which I will read that intro again so that you can hear it, just as a reminder of where you're at. You showed up in a corridor that is described as bright, brilliant colors are to be seen everywhere. Stones and pigments undimmed by the passage of decades. The floor of the corridor is a colorful mosaic of stone, with a distinct winding path of red tiles about 2 feet wide, snaking its way south down the corridor. No stonework can be seen on the walls or the ceiling 20 feet above. For some sort of cement or plaster has been smoothed over all of the surfaces and then illustrated. The illustration, the scenes, show fields with kine grazing, a corpse with several wolves in the background, workers of various races, and strange human-animal mixtures. Pig human, ape human, and dog human, going about various tasks. Certain of the frescoes show rooms of some building, a library filled with many books and scrolls, the door of a torture chamber, and a wizard's workroom. There are chairs, windows, boxes, bales, doors, chests, birds, bats, spiders, and all manners of things shown on the wall. That is this corridor that you're in. Walking down the corridor, you found out that some of it was trapped, and with a quick feather fall, nobody was deceased from falling into a pit of spikes. The the red tiles did have a message on it that were read through by Bosch, and you all have that handout currently, so that you can recheck into that. Getting to the end of the corridor without falling through any of the traps, you came to the large devil-faced door. I actually think... Not that one. Yeah, so a large devil-faced door that I can click show to everyone so you all can see it. So that's what the door looks like. Just, you know, not a compass.
Quick question.
Go ahead.
The size of that, how big is that on the door? It's pretty massive sized.
Yeah, the door's pretty big. Are you talking about the opening to the door? Yeah, so you could probably fit side by side in it. Probably around about 5 to 6 feet wide. Like, at its width, and height probably goes to about 10 feet, I would guess. There was some detect magic cast in here where I believe, Flynn, you picked up on transmutation magic on the door when you got close enough. Then to the left of that door was a small corridor filled with this thick fog. Go ahead and minimize that. This doorway filled with thick vapors, and then there were stones. The left-hand side was yellow, the right-hand side was orange, and the one several feet above on the ceiling was blue. You kind of pinged them all occasionally and then just walked in which you were teleported to a very tiny room where you were all very cramped with 3 levers. Pointing all the levers up, you found an escape back into the main hallway, pretty close to where the large green devil door and the vapor room both are. And that was where we left off. Does anybody have any other questions before we proceed into the Tomb of Horrors?
How do we win?
Yes. I had 2 questions about, I guess, the description that you just redid. You said kind grazing. What is kind grazing? Like,
it's kine, K-I-N-E. I imagine it's some sort of like farm animal.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you said kind. Gotcha. I was just thinking like really kind cows are grazing.
Yep, they're really nice cows.
And then
They were smiling.
You said there was doors painted also?
Correct. There are... So some of the artwork shows rooms of some building. Like the artwork is painted as some of the rooms. It shows a library filled with many books and scrolls. So there's like a painting on the wall that looks like a library. There's a painting that is the door of a torture chamber. So there's just a large door that looks like it would be associated to a torture chamber, whatever that description means. I don't know how.
With that, would that door be the size of a real door, or is it a smaller depiction of a door?
When you walked past it, it looked like it was maybe a little bit oversized of a door, like exaggerated in details.
Bet we don't have Bill here to inspect doors. Bill would love this place.
And then the other one is a wizard's workroom, so there was another painting of a room on a wall. And with that, I'm going to kick this to a different scene so that the full map is available. All right. And go.
Didn't we say something about going back to the levers and pulling all of them down instead of up? Because up brought us up, and we were all thinking that down would bring us all the way down.
That's what I was thinking.
So,
But I'm up for ideas. Two pits along the way will be found to lead to a fortuitous fall, so check the wall. I'm looking at these paintings. I'm gonna start looking at these paintings on the wall for a couple of pits to see if something on these paintings match scenery in this hallway. Just because I'm here.
So the paintings are the hallway. So the hallways are stoneworked hallways, but covered with plaster. So like, imagine somebody threw up a bunch of drywall over stone walls, and they used that to paint on. Like, that's the painting. That's where all the artwork is the hallways of this. Like, it's all the way down this main hallway is this artwork.
Okay. Is there anything on this painting, like on one of the buildings of the painting? Little dragon guy, little dragon door. Is it on one of the paintings?
The devil door, is it painted on the wall? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, because you said there's like a wizard's workroom. I'm just trying to see if there's anything in real life that matches in the paintings.
Sure. Make an investigation check. It'll take some time to walk up and down the halls.
While he does that, I want to go up to the library-looking painted room because it seems less intimidating. And on its fake door, I just want to take my sword and just kind of like stab at it. Because if it's plaster or drywall, like my sword will go through, and I'll hear if like it sounds like there's an actual door or just stone on the other side. That's what I'm
Okay.
trying to defer.
So that door is all the way up here. And you are just kind of walking through the hallway, looking to see if anything matches. With a 10, you don't see anything that correlates to what you've seen so far. There's no paintings or any information that looks like it's mimicking what exists in this room, this bit that you've walked through so far. Thavo, you walk down the hall back to where that door of the torture chamber is.
I thought I was doing the library.
The library doesn't have a door on it.
Oh, okay.
It's just the painting of a library.
Gotcha.
The only door that is painted on here is the torture chamber.
Okay, that's fine too.
Can I join her in that?
Sure. Moving on down. You poke around in the plaster. You peel pieces away, and over time reveal that there is an actual door right here in this spot.
Oh, wait, is it over the pit?
It is right over the pit.
So I found a door. Didn't that thing say something about the false is true?
It also talked about go back to the Tormentor or through the Arch, and the second great hall you'll discover. I imagine the Tormentor would be in like a torture chamber of some sort.
How deep is this pit?
The pits? I think they're 30 feet deep. Yeah, they're 30 feet deep. And they're filled with spikes that are covered in some sort of like black ichor substance. Just as a pit reminder. Speaking of which, Flynn, have you checked your pits?
Too busy to check my pits. I imagine they stayed the same. I mean, over the last 3 weeks, I would have been feeling back there for some deep wrinkles. Make sure they're not spreading to the lats or the traps. I don't want them to go up for sure. My little traps, they need to be protected. Got bigger fish to fry, as it were, right now, though.
So let's see. Go back to the Tormentor or through the arch. In the second Great Hall, you'll discover. There's if you find the false, you find the true, and into the columned hall you'll come, and there's the throne that key and keyed.
So the door's here?
It's over the left pit.
Here?
Yeah.
Here, yeah.
How much of an opening has she been able to open up?
I mean, from swinging at it and how strong Thavo is, like, it just takes a little bit to reveal the whole door. The plaster kind of falls off easily.
Oh, wait. So what was the thing about the walls? 2 pits along the way will be found to lead you to so check the wall. So
That's saying if there's a pit, check the wall, right?
But we've already found the pit.
So we found the pit, so we should have just checked the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't.
These are the most important of all. Beware of trembling hands and what will wall.
So, someone want to jump for it? We got a way to open the door from a distance? You, Norias.
I have mage hand.
Oh, you do. Perhaps you can open the door, unlock it if need be, and then we can just jump in.
All right. Sounds like a good idea.
Did you have an idea, Bosch? You were about to speak.
No, I mean, I could jump real good. I mean, I am a rabbit.
Right. Yeah.
I do not like the small smirk on the DM's face right now. I just want to state that out loud.
Can I look for any traps before I open the door with mage hand? Is there, like, anything that I would be able to see from the outside?
Sure, you can look. Make an investigation check. This door does not seem to be trapped.
Alright, everybody. Stand back. This is gonna be either really, really good or really, really bad. And I slowly creep the little mage hand up, unlock the little door, and just open a little bit. Just a little bit. A little crack.
Yeah. You grab onto the latch on the door and pull the door open over the pit. Door is open.
Open all the way.
You open it all the way. It reveals more light in there. You see that it looks like a small hallway. And with your dark vision, you'd be able to see in there that it just leads to another door.
Bosch, do you still have the pebbles that we can throw in there just so we don't die?
I'll throw a handful of pebbles just as far as I can down the hallway.
The small stones clatter against the stonework flooring in that hallway.
Well, were we thinking that there was another door on the other side here we need to check first? Or would you like to go ahead and I could just jump across and take a look?
Yeah, let's look for the other one before we go into that one. There's supposed to be 2. Maybe there's 2. Maybe one is trapped.
Do you want us to put like a rope around you so when you open the other door and something happens, or if it happens, we just yank you back real quick?
So he falls in the pit and dies.
What? No, I'll yank him across the pit because I'm very strong.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Wait, when we came back to this hall, would that technically have been a second doorway into this hallway, though?
Maybe. Because we came up through the floor? Didn't we come up through the floor? I think we came up through the floor.
Yeah. If you want to check real quick, swing your sword about the other side and just see if there's something there. What's on this side? What kind of paintings we got on this side, DM?
On the other side of the wall?
On the other wall.
Yeah,
That one there is going to be the painting of... Where was it? I lost it. That one's going to be the library filled with many books and scrolls. That one kind of runs down for the next like 15 to 20 feet.
And the one you cut over here, that one actually had a door on the painting, right?
Right. You want me to cut up this wall?
Sort of, but also kind of no. But I don't really care. We gotta do something.
I start cutting up the library wall.
Okay. You smash into the wall, the plaster falls, revealing more stonework.
I was hoping it was gonna be just a plethora of magic scrolls.
Like, I just hit it and then a bunch of scrolls fall out.
Yeah, that's what I
That
wanted.
sounds terrifying.
Sounds awesome. Sounds like Christmas.
What's
Honestly, it sounds like a poor way to store magic scrolls to me.
Well, I don't have a lot of respect for this wizard, so I imagine he's got a lot of stupid things that he does. This being one of them, this whole thing.
If we get a scroll, we can sell it back to the guy that was trying to sell a rapier for 20,000 gold pieces. Maybe we can make more money than it's actually worth.
These are all things we can consider if it ever happens, yeah.
If it happens.
I'm gonna go ahead and tie a rope around my waist and get ready to jump across the pit.
Okay.
I will hold the other side of the rope.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna jump well into the doorway too, so as to miss the pit in my death. Hopefully.
I mean, it's pretty easy for you to jump across. But yeah, you jump across into the hallway. You are greeted with... an interesting sight. I will read the text for you. The most outstanding feature in this location is actually outstanding. Two jackal-headed human figures are painted so as to appear to be holding a real bronze chest that protrudes from the wall. So you move into this room, and I have a page that you all can see to give you an idea of what this room looks like. Should have popped up on your screen. But that is what this hallway looks like. But right now you're the only one in here, so.
I will holler this back to everybody about what I see, because this is pretty weird.
You know, I might be able to open that chest with my mage hand if you want to back up. It'll either blow up, do some sort of magic-y thing, or there'll be gold in it.
Hopefully the Skaldorf is in there and then we just go home.
What?
I have heard of a magic item that's like a deck of cards that could give you some stuff that's pretty helpful.
It can also do really scary things. You should stay away from those. Not that I've ever dealt with it personally.
Hang on, let me think about where I need to be in this in case it goes off. So on the wall opposite me on the far left, is that a just straight wall or is there a door there?
There is a door there.
Oh, okay, Thabo. If he messes with this chest, would you make sure if it blows up that I don't fall into the a pit of?
Hey, I don't have to. We can do whatever. We can go into the door and not open the chest at all. It's whatever.
Actually, you don't go into a fancy place with a chest and not open the chest.
I mean, not right now. You know I was gonna open it. Come on, Flynn. You know me long enough.
I'm just gonna go ahead and jump back across the pit while he opens it, since I have a few of these I can use.
Yeah. Jump back across the pit. Easy enough.
Alright. Scoop my little mage hand over there.
Mm-hmm.
Undo the little latch and flick the top open.
Yeah. You flip the latch. Open the top of the chest.
Well, it didn't blow up.
I mean, you unlatched it. Can you open it?
Yeah, I said flick open the top. Is
Yeah, the chest is open.
okay. Well,
Okay, I'll go back and have a look.
You jump back across. You're back in this chamber.
I'll walk up carefully and peek inside.
Okay. You look inside the chest, and it looks to be empty.
Well, shit. It looks empty.
What?
false bottom. It's a false bottom. Is it a false bottom? Please be a false bottom.
Maybe it's a false bottom.
I'll take a couple of the rocks I had with me and drop into the chest.
Okay. You hear the rocks clatter inside the chest.
I'll take out one of my arrows and kind of prod the bottom of it to see if there is a bottom or if something happens when I stick it in there.
Okay. So you stick something in there and kind of clink around. Nothing happens.
What if we're supposed to put something in it? If shades of red stain for blood, the wise will not need to sacrifice pot, but a loop of magical metal. You're well along. So a magical metal. What if we put a magical metal in it?
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't have any magical metal. I would assume the wizard has some magical metal. Does he?
And you know those berets? What are those berets made out of?
I don't like that you came up with that because that's what I was going to say.
Sorry, I'm just reading over and over.
On this motif of the two jackal-headed gentlemen, is the design around and behind the treasure chest mainly red?
Yeah.
So I'll take out my dagger and slice my hand a little bit and pour some blood into the chest.
Okay. Watching as you pour blood into the chest, nothing happens. But you do watch the blood fall through what looks to be some sort of paneling on the bottom of the chest. It pours through like the edges of the bottom of this chest. as if there were something under the bottom.
Check and see if the bottom of the chest lines up with the side of the chest. Like,
Boss, what's going on in there?
is there a false bottom? I need to know.
I'll check for a false bottom.
Okay. You press around, and you press on one side of the bottom, and the other side lifts up. You can remove the bottom of this chest.
I'll do it so no one else can see since they're so far away, and I'll never admit that there was a false bottom.
Okay. Removing the false bottom so that nobody can see. You do see that there is some sort of metal lever underneath that can be pulled. Kind of looks like a handbrake in a car, but metal and crude.
Why not? I'll go ahead and pull it.
Yeah.
He's messing around in that chest a little too much. What is in there?
You pull the rod that protrudes from the bottom. The lever moves easily, and you pull it into a upright position. You hear the door on your left kind of click, and then the floor below you falls out.
Can I hang on to the chest that my arm is in?
Sure, make an athletics check.
We can see him with dark vision, right?
Yeah, you can see him.
And I got a rope around my waist.
Yeah, I would pull him as soon as I would see a struggle or feel anything.
Sure, roll a dexterity check for initiative against falling again.
Oh, I'm gonna use a luck point.
Okay.
So I got feather fall as a reaction, but I don't know how you want to do this with how fast it's going.
Okay.
Slowly fall down onto the spikes.
So you catch Bosch and pull him before he lands on the spikes. Go ahead and make an athletics check to pull Bosch. Bosch, how much do you weigh?
Not a lot. Let me pull it up. Solid 90 pounds.
Okay.
Gotcha. I'm 200.
And as she's pulling, I'll try to help her after the dexterity check.
Okay. So you pull the rope, dragging him out of one pit and throwing him in front of the other pit in the doorway that you all are standing around.
I mean, she's only 90 pounds. Surely I can just pull him all the way to me and just wrap him up in a hug.
I don't think pulling a rope with somebody attached on the end works that way.
What we're doing after D&D today.
Just pull him up and get him to this top and then let him stand on his own. And then we can all do a couple of hops, go through the door and progress. Bunch of nerds.
Bosch, you are out of the pit. You don't fall. You're in between two pits now, standing at this doorway. This pit only takes up the space right in front of the chest, so you can walk around it.
Ah, okay. I thought the whole of the hallway dropped out.
Nope. Just the section in front of the chest.
Oh, that's what I thought. I thought I was gonna have to pull you across a hallway that you're in, the pit that it's there. And I was like, ow.
So is Bosch still far away from us?
I mean, he's 10 feet away from you guys. You all have just been standing outside of this door.
Alright, someone toss me in.
So I'll back up and put my feet on the doorway here, trying to help hold any rope if anybody wanted to use that to get across.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I could do that too. I'll use the rope as a... I don't know. Climb across. the pit. I ain't trying to jump
Okay.
this far. It's real far and real small.
I bet Thavo can probably just throw you.
Well, I said it, but she didn't get excited about it.
I did. Then you wanted to use a rope. I'll throw you now. I pick up Flynn and I throw him.
I didn't say anything like that.
Make an athletics check.
Flynn is 41 pounds, so don't throw me into the pit.
You get
Yeah, I want to
launched.
try to stop him before he gets to the second pit.
You know, Bosch kind of gets set up, holding the rope, trying to make it go taut for anybody to use as Flynn goes flying into him, and both of you are now prone in the hallway on the other side.
Oh my god!
You want me to
Thavo!
throw you?
Don't throw me that hard, jeez.
What is that poking my hip? Ah, what is that?
I've got a dagger.
Oh, thank God.
And I throw Narias.
Athletics check.
I try to land it. I'm gonna try to land.
Alright, make a dexterity saving throw. Yeah, you land it. You do like a quick balance slide and position yourself right above Bosch and Flynn as they're getting up, and now it's just you, Thavo.
Alright, I'm gonna try to go over here so I can kind of like run across, get more of a run start, and then pop over the pit where it's not quite as much pit. That makes sense?
Sure. Sure, that makes sense.
Okay, I jump.
You jump across.
Oh, no saves or like checks?
No.
Oh, okay.
You rolled 320 athletics checks. I don't think.
Making sure.
Pretty sure adventurers, especially strength-built ones, can jump 10 feet.
Making sure.
Now you're all in this tiny hallway.
I go immediately to the chest.
There's a huge hole around it.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And you fall in
What
and die.
happened?
Is it a false? Ah!
There was a lever inside, and it sounded like there was a clank over at that door when I pulled it. I don't know if it was arming something or if it was unlocking something, but looks like that's the only real place we have left to go.
You want to check to see if the door's locked to traps in your eyes?
Sure.
Guys, you know, I'm really getting tired of these traps. I mean, that's 2 in a matter of an hour. I fell down into one, so...
Well, we just might keep a rope on you. Maybe
Just tie it to
all
Thavo's waist.
all three are pretty small, so I can keep a rope on all of you. We can just be like, I don't know. You know how like you see little preschoolers and they're all holding like their yellow rope with the knots in it. We do that.
Like a dog leash?
Yes.
I can fly.
I mean, my mom used to put me on a leash when she would take me places sometimes.
This is awful. I hate hearing about your childhood.
I had a great mother, though.
Alright, the door doesn't seem to be trapped.
Well, I haven't found anything, but that doesn't mean anything. There's magic here.
Not much. I'm just dumb. Let's try to go through.
Alright. I open the door.
The door opens. And reveals another chamber. A room made of stonework. Pretty bland overall. Nothing extremely exciting. As you open the door, looks like Flynn, you're the closest to the door. You do hear a little bit of grinding stone.
Waiting for like a big hand.
Just like for a second, or is it just constant?
This seems to be constant. It seems to be coming from like 40, 50 feet within this room.
Come on in, cautiously. Let's go.
Walking into the room,
Yeah, I see something.
Yep.
Len, what is that?
You all see a massive gargoyle with 4 arms begin to kind of move and come to life as stone begins to fall from like the creases of its shoulders and wings begin to furl out, dropping dust and loose stone all to the ground. I need y'all to roll initiative.
Wait, this isn't the bathroom. Turn around.
This isn't where I parked my cart. That might be the lowest initiative roll that Nick has ever rolled in the history of dice. In his career in dice.
I have over a +9 to my initiative.
You don't get that bunny luck? Reroll bunny luck?
No, I have 3 separate feats that gives me a bonus to my initiative.
You're just like a normie now.
With that kind of roll, I don't even know if I see the gargoyle yet or not.
The universe finds a way to
Wash
to
his
make balance happen.
scenery.
You're just cleaning the dust out of your tail.
Here you all can look at it. There it is.
Oh gosh.
And it's made of stone.
Y'all.
Wait, that's over here. Alright, it rolled 2. We all go first. We're good.
Flynn, you're up first. There's a giant gargoyle.
Can I deduce with my arcane knowledge that this thing is being controlled by magic?
Make an Arcana check. Oh.
It don't matter. None of this matters.
You've not seen an animated gargoyle before, and you are not sure on what is making it move.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the responsible thing and cast Mage Armor on myself,
Good choice.
so that maybe I don't get hit. And then, step back. End of turn.
Okay. Norris, you're up.
I'm gonna step up kind of this corner here and launch a thunder wave right into his face.
Okay.
And that'd be level 1. Let me see.
Constitution saving throw.
I think it's level 1. $20. Does it take half damage?
Yes, half damage. So it takes 2 points of thunder damage as you shake the stonework with a massive thunder wave, but it doesn't seem super effective.
And that's a slot.
Anything else? For you?
I still can't see the battle map.
Yeah, because you're in the wrong room.
Yeah, you gotta move to the left door.
My bad. That was my super low initiative.
Yeah, you're just hanging out in another room trying to hide that false bottom of a chest. Bavo, you're up.
Okay. I'm just gonna run up to it. And I'm going to recklessly rage. And yeah.
Okay.
11?
That does not hit.
Again. 19?
That one does hit.
12 damage.
12 damage. You swing into the stone creature, and it does not seem to take as much damage as you would hope.
Okay, something. And yeah, on my turn there.
Okay. It goes to you, Bosch.
Sorry about that. I meant to put up the description for that.
I can click on that. Hey, double hunter mark. Okay. So you cast.
I'm gonna run in. I'm gonna run into the room a little bit, then I'll take my shots at him.
Yeah. QP him up. That one just hits. Okay. Okay.
My final attack.
Yep. Yeah. Is your bow attack magical in any way? It's not. Okay. The initial arrow doesn't do much, but Hunter's Mark does its normal damage. But you land 3, you see all of them kind of like scrape off the side of the stone, leaving like just little scratches across the stonework gargoyle. You can tell the arrows aren't being super effective, but Hunter's Mark is working. That is 4, 14, 7 piercing damage. Plus 12, 16, 19 total points of damage on 3 attacks. Good chunk of damage to it. Anything else for you, Bosch?
That's it.
Alright. Well, Thavo ran up and decided to have a super cool party. So it's gonna multi-attack against you, Thavo. There's 2 claws and 1 bite. And all of these are at advantage.
Yup.
So 11, 14, and 13.
The 14 hits.
You lucky?
You take 3 points of slashing damage from the gargoyle as it's swinging at you. It's a gargoyle noise.
It's terrifying.
Back to you, Flynn.
Oh, what the hell? Let's try something. I'm gonna go over here just so I can see him. And I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on the gargoyle. And hopefully he just stops moving indefinitely.
Okay, can you put Dispel Magic up for me?
Yes, it is a 3rd level spell, so if there is something magical that's 4th or higher, I have to roll for it.
Okay. You cast Dispel Magic, and it does not seem to affect this creature.
I can tell it's not even a thing like that. Cool.
Yeah, it's not catching any magic. Your spell's not, so you come to the assumption that this is not being animated by magic.
Ah, now we know. And of course, fuck this guy, and I go back to where I was.
Your eyes.
Alright, I think I'm gonna, I guess, jump over to him and try to stab him with my rapier.
No, that does not hit.
Alright, and then I'm gonna cunning action away.
Okay.
Back, behind Flynn.
Okay. You reach up, stab quickly with the rapier, totally miss, and then just turn around and run away. Thavo, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna keep recklessly raging. I hope I can start chipping away at an arm or something.
Okay.
Damn.
That one hits.
Hey. Oh, wait, do I have a thing where my 19s are crits?
I don't know, do you?
I'm double checking.
I don't think you do.
I don't think I do either. I think I looked at it but didn't actually take it.
Rookie mistake.
I'm just making sure! Okay, cool. So, another 12!
And it still does not seem as effective, but you do make contact with the gargoyle after missing on your first swipe with the great sword. It's looking pretty bad.
I'm gonna stay or move a little bit behind him. Pull his attention more towards me, so not to the others.
Okay. Bosh, you're up. Yeah, that hits. So, 12 plus another 4, 8, 20 points of damage on that first one. I guess that's halved. So, 12, 6 plus 8. Okay. Yeah, how do you want to do this? How do you want to with these 2 shots?
I'll put the same shot group at the base of his head so it'll come off when the second shot hits.
Yeah. So just still adding to the cluster where Thavo has been chipping away at stonework, you see a weak point in the neck as one of your arrows catches just a groove and dislodges, like, half of it broken down the middle. Half the gargoyle head kind of crumbles to the ground and the whole gargoyle falls dead.
Good shot, Bosh. That was really, really nice.
You split your own arrow in twain!
That was a great movie.
Alright, cool. That was not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I mean, if that was the tormentor, I feel like we can breeze through this.
Hey, no! Take it back right now. Take it back.
Just saying.
Is your little mouse okay?
Kiwi, come on out. Say yeah. Kiwi's fine.
Got slashed right in the mouse.
Kiwi knows all the best places in the tunnels to go.
A pile of kiwi jelly.
No!
She was hiding in
After
your ribs.
slaying the gargoyle, Thavo, since you were the closest, you did notice that there is like a studded collar around the gargoyle's neck as the head was blown away, and it is covered with 10 gleaming gems, this shiny blue stone that is all the way around it.
Oh, hey Flynn. You might want to look at this.
Ah,
It looks like this gargoyle might have been like maybe a pet. Got some gems all around its collar. Maybe it's the tormentor's pet.
If you guys want, we can spend 10 minutes in here, rest up a bit, and I can identify this necklace to see if it's something useful.
Thavo, are you okay? It kind of hit you pretty hard, didn't it?
Oh, I'm fine. Like a little tiny scratch. Hit me once. I hit it more than it hit me.
Kiwi took the blunt of the damage. Yeah.
Kiwi is fine. She is a lady of many talents.
And at rest now.
She's the new mistress of death.
Okay, you speak with the animals and ask Kiwi. Kiwi, how you doing? You doing okay, Kiwi?
I'm great. It's a little stuffy in here.
Would you like a little coffee bean to really perk you up?
Yes.
Alright. Alright, now if I give you this, remember we run into danger. You just gotta run around the tunnels. Keep yourself safe.
Yes.
In the jacket, not the tunnels out here.
I won't break it up into a fourth like I've been doing. I'm gonna give Kiwi a third of the coffee bean.
Nice. Make her heart explode.
That's meth.
Okay, you give Kiwi a coffee bean, in which Kiwi pursues the tunnels in your jacket, and once again it looks like there's something happening inside of your clothes, as there's just sections that are like being pulled off of your shoulder as Kiwi hits the corners real hard.
Let me mark down that I have 16.3 coffee beans now.
You better keep track of that. Flynn, do you take the collar off of the gargoyle, or are you just identifying it on the gargoyle?
Oh, I assume she took it off. Did you take it off, Thabo? We'll take it off.
I did
Okay.
not touch it. We can chop its head off so it just falls off.
I ignore that. I'm taking it off.
You take off the gem collar. To you, this seems to be like blue quartz is what the stone is. It's a pretty expensive gem, and you have 10 of them. It seems like this would be worth quite a bit of money if you were to resell it. But you cast Identify on it. You don't identify anything off of the collar. It is just a collar. But in the however long process, the 10-11 minute process of casting as a ritual, you do notice that there's like a weird slit in the back of the collar that looks like a small compartment.
I shall investigate this small compartment.
Okay. You kind of press around on it for a little bit, taking a couple minutes, trying to figure this out until it eventually like just pops out of place. A little panel on the back just falls open like a latch. And inside is a small slip of parchment that is rolled up inside of it.
I shall unroll it and read. What is it?
You cannot read it. It is not a language you know.
You guys want to chill out for another 15 minutes or so?
Sounds like a plan. I'll check him for loot.
Why?
Get
What's
some loot.
going on?
There's a little piece of paper in here with a language I don't understand, but I've got another spell that will let me learn it. It's just going to take another 10 minutes to cast.
Can I take a peek over his shoulder just to see if I happen to know any of the language that it is written in?
Sure, what languages do you know?
Common, Elvish, Sylvan, Undercommon?
You do not know what it says. Nerais, you begin to look at the gargoyle. The only loot in this room seems to be that collar that Flynn took off of the gargoyle. And Comprehend Languages is cast, so another 10 minutes goes by, and you can now read the letter. It says, "Look low and high for gold, to hear a tale untold. Take the archway at the end, and on your way, you'll wind." And beneath that, just a small A signature, like a cursive-looking A. I will copy this and put it into the chat for you.
Cool. I tried to type, but I don't type that fast.
There you go.
Look low and high for gold. Keep that in mind, Arias. To hear a tale untold. Take the archway at the end, and on your way you'll win with an E. I'm gonna go into my wizard Google book. No, I didn't mean wizard wand. I meant wind. Dick.
He pulled out the typewriter.
Go in a specific. And we all know that wind with an E means to go in a specified direction, typically slowly or by an indirect route.
Of course.
We are also educated. We learned real good.
Clint just pulls out this giant dictionary and starts, yes, of course.
I only knew of the wind with an I.
Instead of the Oxford Dictionary, it's the Orkford Dictionary.
Get out.
Alright, let's just call it there with that line.
Good campaign.
Somewhere, Bill is laughing his ass off.
Yes. He's like, I gotta write that one down for my dad jokes.
Is there an archway at the end of this room?
I feel like it's just letting us trying to tell us to go through the green door.
No, in this room there is no archway, but there are 3 doors in the corners. I don't know what you can see here.
I see. Oh, now I can see both of these.
Yeah.
And there's one, like, directly below, Bosch and Thavo right here on the spot. It's just set on a weird section.
Is there anything else on the walls of this room, or is it just stonework?
This is all just stonework in the doors. There doesn't seem to be anything of note in this room.
Can I take a look at the ceiling to see if there's anything sus?
You're looking at the... You're investigating the ceiling?
High
A
and low.
false ceiling.
Yeah, just make a general perception check. Just to look around.
Look high and low. I'll look low.
Hot dice. You don't see anything of note. Bosch, Norris, make a perception check. Looking low.
It did double my initiative.
You don't see anything. Just these doors.
While they're looking high and low, I'll start investigating the doors to see if they all look similar, if they're trapped, if they're safe, if they're mimics.
Make an investigation check on the doors.
If they're solid oak.
They seem to be just sturdy doors, not really weathered by the time that they've probably been locked down here. They look fairly new and well maintained.
Don't seem to be trapped.
No, don't seem to be trapped.
I'll slowly open the one on my left.
Okay.
So that one there.
You open that, and it's a small, like, 15-foot room. Yeah, it's a small room that's empty. There's no other doors. You can step in there if you want.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna take out my dagger and poke it.
Poke the air through the door, or poke
The
the
ground.
Door? Oh, okay. You poke the ground.
I'm looking for pits.
You poke the ground real hard, and the ground's fine.
Okay, I'll step in.
empty room.
I'll do a thorough investigation, make sure there's no secret door, any invisible false walls or anything like that.
Mega
Can I
perception.
assist him?
I'll be poking on the ground every step I take.
Yeah, so either both of you roll a straight perception check, or one of you take advantage. However you want to do it.
Let's both roll.
Perception, you said?
Yep. And you both walk into this room. You search through this room and don't find anything. You kind of feel around on the walls, but nothing really catches your attention.
Alright, moving on to the next one, as long as nobody's got any objections. Oh, Thava, you're already there. You want to open that?
On it. Tiny room.
You
Open
walk in
next
there?
door.
And there's another door. Yep.
Tiny room. Okay.
And just for the fun of it, let's get this last one open.
Open the next one. Damn it, it's another tiny room. Okay. Next one. What? Wait, were you just in here, Flynn? Oh gosh. Tiny room.
I don't know, you've lost me now.
Where did
I asked
everybody
you-
go?
I asked you to do one thing and then you went off the rails.
I went there and went in a circle.
So what
It's
you
just
all
a whole-
saw was Thavo just walked in like a U shape of doors and came back out the one that was next to the other door.
Left or right? What are we feeling?
Well, they seem to be connected, so I don't think it really matters.
It all just goes in a big circle.
That's
Hold on.
presumptuous, but okay.
Try again. Tiny room. Tiny room. Tiny room. Oh hey guys.
Can I
Tiny
start
room.
investigating each of these rooms?
Sure. Start making your perception check to the rooms to see if you can find anything.
I'll go to this tiny one in the bottom left.
About time.
Hey, you rolled above single digits. Yay. Bosch, you take the next hour searching all of these rooms, feeling around the walls, looking at the ceilings, the floors, and you don't find anything in these 4 rooms that are all connected that lead you back out into the chamber. And then something kind of piques your interest about the room that you and Flynn previously were in, and how one section of the wall looked different than all of the walls overall with this high of a perception check. And that south wall in the room seems to have a secret compartment. There's like a false board on it.
I'll take my short sword and kind of pry it open.
I knew it! I think I need glasses.
And what were you doing with the hinge, trying just to figure out how to open it?
Yeah, I'm just going to try to open it.
Okay. How specifically do you try to open it?
Why not opening it?
I'll use my short sword and try to pry it open.
Okay. You go like the normal way a door would open with your short sword and try to pry this panel open, and it doesn't budge.
You know, we probably should be careful because this is a tiny room. And the thing I can see is we open up whatever this is, and then the whole bottom falls out and we die. So yes, everyone come into the room.
Well, I can't seem to figure out how to open the door anyway, so we're gonna have to work on that before it can hurt us.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put another rope around you, and I'll be out here.
Flynn, do you have any ideas how we might open it?
Can I investigate it to search for any magic or any switches or hidden buttons on this thing?
Sure. If you're looking for magic, use Arcana. If you're looking for switches and buttons, use Investigation.
At this point in the game, I don't expect there to be any magic, so we're going to investigate.
Okay. You kind of feel around, like, tracing the edges of it, and your dagger that you're kind of tracing the frame with clicks what feels like a hinge on the bottom of this panel. So you know that the door is anchored at the bottom.
Anchored at the bottom, so is there something I can reach up? Some sort of a latch or a hidden knob?
There's nothing up top that's like a knob or a latch. It's just kind of like a smooth outline that blends in with the design of the room overall. It lines up with the stonework. And the only thing that you've caught is that it's hinged like on the inside at the bottom.
And is this the entire wall, or is this just a portion of the wall?
It's just a portion. It's like a 5-foot square.
And what side of the room is it on? Is it on the same wall as the door?
It's on the south side of the room, so the bottom of the room, where both of you are at.
Can I, with my sword, get on a side of it, try to pry it at like we're pulling the top of it down like a drawbridge? Or drawbridge, sorry.
Sure.
Does it look like it open? Does the hinge, does it come towards us, or does it open in?
The hinge is on the inside of the pan. You clipped it with like your dagger, so you know that there's a hinge on the inside that's on the bottom. But Bosch, you take steps to like try and pry it and pull it from the top. Pulling it from the top opens the door. The door is revealed to you, and you can move through into the next room that is to the south. This is another plain room.
Alright, this one has to have some treasure, eh? Can I...
Or this guy just really likes to... I don't know if this is a tomb of horror so much as this is a tomb of annoyances. Tomb of time wasting. And
Tomb of whores.
Crap. Just crap.
Okay, alright, so you start investigating, and there is another door on the south side of this room. You see there's like another false door.
With my background of thievery, would I recognize the contraption?
There's no visible contraption. It is just flat wall that has the very slight notice of trim around it that doesn't match everything else.
Alright, well there's another door right here.
Savo, we're making our way. Probably a trap.
Just stay in one room behind them with a rope around them.
Okay.
I know Bosch has one, but don't know if Flynn and Darius have roped up.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna open it. I'll try to open it using the same thing that Bosch did earlier.
Okay. You try from the like top hinge and pull it down with a little bit of force on the side. It doesn't seem to move.
Alright, I push it. Can I push it? It's like a push in.
Sure. You push it. Doesn't open.
I'm looking to see where the hinge is this time.
Make an investigation check. Investigating the door, you do not feel another hinge on any of the trim. You don't clip anything, so it's not hinged on the sides, from what you can tell. Nerais, make a dexterity saving throw, as all of you see a little slat open on the ceiling. Well, don't really see it because it's above you, but you hear as an arrow shoots straight down at Nerais.
And use Uncanny Dodge.
You can't see this at the moment, since it is above you. You take 13 points of piercing damage as an arrow shoots, like, right into your trap, like, shoulder bone area.
I burst through Flynn right back into Thavo with an arrow poking out of my shoulder.
Jesus.
Thavo, can you help me take this out?
And I yank it out.
Oh my god. My jacket, again.
I'll immediately slap my hands on the wound and pump a cure wounds into him.
Nerais, you'll heal for 8.
I'm just gonna look up and see if I see where it came from.
As you look up after, you don't really... There's not a spot. Make a perception check. You see that there's a lot of different... Like, the tile work on the ceiling seems to have that same faint trim around it. And it seems like there's little compartments up there. Probably where that came from.
Can I do a quick once-over to see if there's a pressure plate in here or something that would have triggered an alarm, or if I can just assume that there's a little goblin running around these walls?
Make an investigation check. Yeah, that's good. Kind of stepping out of the room and looking around the floors for some sort of pressure plate or something that would set it off. It seems like the whole room is a pressure plate.
Ah. Alright. And the door that they found was south again, so we'll just keep going straight down.
Yeah, but you haven't opened that door yet.
Right. Just trying to figure out. You want to keep messing with this? Just go through the doors out of. Seems like the whole floor's a pressure plate, so if we go back in there, we might get hit with another arrow again. But this time, we'll be ready for it.
So how does the door seem to open?
Haven't found that out yet. Couldn't find the hinge. We can try every direction. Could be side, could be bottom, could be the other side. Not the top though, because we tried that. Could open from the other side. Could just be a bunch of stupid rooms that connect to each other for no reason at all, but to hit us with arrows every once in a while until we die or quit.
It's just you were in the room in front of me.
Yeah.
Where are you guys?
I ran back into you. I think Flynn was on top of where
Oh,
you were.
okay. You guys are underneath and on top. Okay, I was trying to. Got it. Okay, sorry. I was just making sure, like, you guys were having a discussion, like that arrow just somehow magically made all of you go into another room, and I'm just here.
Well, Flint, do we want to rush in there and try to open it as quickly as we can?
Curiosity really wants me to, but there's a big part like from here down, it really just takes us a waste of time.
Well,
Wait,
why don't-
I have Mage Hand. I might be able to just cast that from the room over, so we don't even have to walk into the room.
Well, from what I know of Mage Hand, it's very handy with light dexterity things, but if it has to do with a little bit of strength, it may not be strong enough to open the door, even if you find a way to do it. But it doesn't hurt. And really, what else are we going to do? It's not like we're in a hurry.
And cast Mage Hand and try to like push on the edges of the door.
Okay. Pushing on one edge of the door with Mage Hand actually does open this doorway. Pushing on one side of it, you see that the door kind of like pivots to the side and opens this way as it rotates like kind of inward in itself. But there is a doorway present now in that second room.
Maybe all at the same time. So that only one arrow at, you know.
Run through. And just kind of stop in the doorway there, so like away from where the arrow is, but not fully into the other room yet.
What were you doing?
I run down through the pressure plate room.
Okay.
Into like the doorway, like in between both the rooms. There's like a little doorway I can stand in.
Yeah, you can stand in the doorway.
Okay, what is in the room on the other side?
Same thing. Playing room, no doors.
It's just another room. There's nothing in here.
I'll step into the new room and take a look around.
Make a
I
perception check.
step in the very, very, very corner, like away from the middle of the room as possible.
Feeling around these walls, kind of knowing what you're looking for, there seems to be another hatch on the south wall.
I'm telling you. Hey, what you got in there?
So there's just
Another
false
door.
doors. False doors within false doors.
I try to open it. I'm gonna walk up, like, staying around the edge of the room. I'm gonna try to open it, like, the same way as any of the others. Pulling down from the top, pushing to the side. Opening it like a normal door. Just anything.
I mean, Akarak's message did say if we find the false, we find the true.
I mean, who makes a place just out of doors? That is the dumbest thing.
Right?
Someone who's trying to hide a great lot of treasure.
Or someone who's trying to sell a bunch of doors.
You are right, boss. You are right. False truth is probably the thing. The other route would probably get us to the same place, but there's probably more bad in there. This is just... Who knows? Who's got the answers? I certainly don't. Let's just keep going. I hate this.
So was I able to open the door?
How are you opening it?
I was trying the top down and then to the side thingy, like the other one. Like the other one pivoted and then the other one came top down.
Top down does not work, and side pivot does not work.
This is useless. Whose idea was it to come here? It totally wasn't mine. I don't know what you were
Thavo,
saying.
make a dexterity saving throw.
I use luck.
Okay.
Great.
You take 8 points of piercing damage as another arrow on a slat on the wall just kind of opens and shoots into your shoulder. What else you doing, Arias?
I'm gonna jump up there and try to slide like a pocket door left or right or up or down.
Okay. Trying to slide the door any direction, it doesn't seem to give way. Sliding.
Pushing like the whole thing in.
Nothing happens with pushing in.
Pushing just the bottom. Just the bottoms. Maybe it'll do a thingy. Maybe it'll push me in.
Pushing the bottom doesn't seem to do anything.
Have you pushed all sides yet? Try every side, and then try pulling every side. Those are my options.
Abo, get over here with your axe.
Hold on, I need someone to pull this arrow out of my butt.
Okay.
Alright, I walk in.
Okay.
And I push whatever wall they want me to push.
I don't want you to push it. I want you to hit it with your axe.
Well, fine. I'll hit it with my axe. I won't use the greatsword. I'll use my axe.
Okay. You swing your axe at a stone wall and chip a bit of stone off of it. That does not seem to help too much.
Alright, hold on. This is stone. Yeah, alright. Where's that? Aha! Guess I should try to use this fancy wizard hat.
Bosh, make a dexterity saving throw. You take 9 points of piercing damage as a slat opens below your foot, just kind of sliding as an arrow kind of protrudes through your foot.
If I add my D4 to that, does 11 make it at all?
No, it doesn't. I mean, 18. That's what it would have
I
been,
think we'll have
right? Okay.
any like gum or sap. We can like put it in these holes.
Hold on. I'm gonna tap into my hat of wizardry to try to cast a wizard cantrip that I do not know.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Mold Earth on the door, just to open it that way. Just be like, go and get. But yeah, I gotta remember what I gotta do to do that.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay.
Make a Arcana check. Yeah, you cast Mold Earth.
And yeah, I don't actually have that on my list. I was looking it up on Google.
Pulling that up too.
Cool.
I also have a question for spells.
Good.
So tieflings, they have a infernal legacy thing, and at different levels they can cast like 3 spells. I think darkness. The other one was Thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy. I don't know. Let me look it up. Yeah, Thaumaturgy.
I think those were once a day.
Say what?
I think those were once a day.
You can only cast one once a day.
I think that's how those spells work.
Oh, but I have them, right? It's like,
yeah,
because they're not on my spells list. It's just, all right.
You should have it on your character sheet somewhere where it says Infernal Legacy.
On the left side or the right side, it doesn't say Infernal Legacy, but it does say Hellish Resistance, which is a Tiefling trait. There's the Legacy of Malbolge, but that's just the minor illusion cantrip. I don't know.
I don't know either, but none of those spells seem like they would be helpful in this situation.
I know.
So
I
what are
just
you
wanted
wanting to know?
sure. I have them though. That's the only thing I wanted to know. I have them, right?
Sure. I
Okay,
don't know off
sick.
the top of my head. Do you?
Well, I'm a Tiefling and I'm level 6, so Yeah, that's the highest you can go for an infernal lacy. So yeah.
I don't see it on your character sheet, but maybe. I don't know.
It's a tiefling trait. It's weird. I don't know.
Sure, but if you had it, it'd be on your character sheet. But this doesn't matter at all to the situation, so I'm going to stop looking at it. I will look after the session. 5-foot cube, you cast Mold Earth on the doorway. Yeah. You clear a path. You just kind of melt away this part of the door using Mold Earth, making a small crawlable opening. You can move into the next chamber to the south.
I do so. And immediately get excited. There's more room here! Woo!
You walk into a 30-foot hallway with no apparent doors.
Oh. This is gonna take longer. Yeah. I didn't want to start looking for a stupid door.
Doors!
Investigation or perception?
Perception.
Can I make that same check with him?
You sure can.
Butts. A bunch of nasty butts after a
9.
long day in the gym with no AC.
It takes you a while. Let me roll some dice here. Over the time it takes you to finally find this next compartment, 2 more arrows are shot at all of you. Let's see who it'll be. Thavo and Narias, both of you make dexterity saving throws. Do you have advantage on dexterity saves, Thavo?
I have danger sense. You have advantage on saving throws against effects you can see, such as traps and spells.
Okay. You know they're here, so I'll allow it now.
Yay.
Narias, you take 2 points of piercing damage as you get caught with one of the arrows that opens on a wall behind you. Thavo, you step out of the way, seeing one open above you. Bosch, you find the next secret compartment. And it's down here, on this wall.
I'd like to yank that other arrow out of Narias, too. I like his reactions when I yank arrows out of him.
I think I found it.
Alright. Let's not take too much time. I can try to cast that spell again if we want to do that. Can't figure out how to open this one.
I'm gonna need a new jacket after this. I've been poked and had rocks fall on me. It's not fun.
Really should just bring like a needle and thread with you at all times. How much you like clothes, you just learned how to patch them up yourself.
Oh, no, I can only do that once per long rest, so I cannot use the hat again. We have to figure out how to open this one on our own.
I'll go ahead and start trying to open it like any of the other past doors.
Okay. It doesn't open like the 2 other doors that you've opened. It does not pull down or pivot on a central hinge by being pressed on one side.
I'll start trying to slide it to either the left or right or up or down.
Okay. You go trying to slide the door around, and trying to slide it up, it slides into a secret compartment, and that door is open. You can move to the next room.
What can I see in there before I just go ahead and step in there?
The same thing.
Alright, so these arrows go off after a certain amount of time, so if we open the door quickly, I don't think any of us will get shot.
That's astute. But we gotta find him first. It's a real fun game. Who's gonna get it? I'm not petrified to die again.
Narias, you actually find this one. As both of you are in the next room, feeling around the walls trying to find this compartment. It is on the north side of this room, where Narias and Bosch are.
Narias is just like, I ain't getting shot again, dude.
We'll try all the previous ways, and then I'll try pushing at the bottom. Just the bottom, maybe it'll swing, or just the top.
You go through trying to open it all the previous ways. It does not pull down, pivot on a central hinge, or slide up. What were you doing after that?
Doing it on a horizontal hinge. So maybe like fling around. So pushing the bottom.
It
to the top.
doesn't pull out that way either.
How many different ways can you open a door?
Oh, there's a lot of ways that you can open a door. I learned today.
We'll slide it left and right.
Sliding left and right does not work.
Push perfectly in the center. Just perfectly in the middle.
Just go at it like you belong there. Like you go into a saloon and you're just pushing open a couple saloon doors. Maybe the confidence will let us in.
Pushing on the center does not open it. Flynn, make a dexterity saving throw.
This is it. This is how I die.
Still have mage armor here.
Don't suppose the mage armor helps in a situation like this.
Nope. You take 1 point of piercing damage
God, I'm
as
so thick.
the arrow just kind of slightly creases your arm, and there's a little, like, moment before your jacket goes and just has a little tear, and a little trickle of blood pours out.
I can take that. I can take this pain.
How else are you
Bring
gonna
it
try and
on.
open a door?
Have you tried pulling down?
Yeah, we'll try to push and pull on each of the sides, the top and the bottom.
I mean,
Okay.
there's 3 of us in here. I think if we just all push on different sides, it'll work.
No, because then if one person's right and one person's wrong, the counterbalance will cause it to not do a thing. So then we'll be a square one with no anyway. And I'm just gonna be pacing. I'm not staying in one place. I'm pacing back and forth the whole room.
Okay. So, you try pushing on all the sides? Is that what you're doing? Okay. None of those work. You hear another arrow shoot but miss everybody. And you're trying to pull on all the sides? Pulling on all of the sides does not work.
Maybe you should ask it, please, open.
Another arrow shoots and misses everybody. Flynn's just kind of running in the background in a 5-foot circle as arrows are shooting around him.
Maybe it's like the swinging doors you see at bars sometimes. Maybe
I
you don't-
literally said that 5 seconds ago.
Just saying.
I was just saying. No one listened to me.
You're very far away. You're running around a lot and screaming.
Yeah. And it's working.
Are we sure this is a secret door, but it's meant to be a wall? But it's just like made to look like a secret door, but it's a wall.
No.
Maybe you're supposed to pull it, not push it.
I thought I said let's try everything.
I need specifics for you to open this door.
Have you I'm talking to the three of you because those are the only ones that are here. Have any one of you tried to pull from the top already?
Yes.
Have you tried to pull from the right already?
Yes.
All 4 sides.
You tried pulling, not pushing.
Pushing and pulling all 4 sides.
Okay.
Nereis, make a dexterity saving throw. You take no damage. You dodge out of the way as you see one whizzing out of a wall at you.
This is getting
He's ready.
ridiculous. We need to get this door open now.
You tried pulling from the bottom.
I feel like I'm very close to
And we've
Googling
tried
how to
pulling
open
from all
doors.
sides.
I think you tried pushing from all sides, yeah, but have you tried
Didn't
pulling
Bosch
from the
just-
bottom? I'm going to pull from the bottom.
Describe to me how you pull from the bottom.
I'm looking for any way to get my tiny little fingers into any type of a crease or a grout.
With just one hand?
Not 2 hands, I'm squatting. Squatting down.
Roll a d20 for me. We'll have luck aid you on this one. Hey, you get it open. It opens like a saloon-style door. Like, it pulls and opens from the middle like a old windowsill cover type things that are centered. Both were individually hitched and had to be opened. You make it through.
I literally said a saloon door, and no one listened.
Yeah, you said it, but nobody said open it like that. You had the idea.
Everyone just thinks that the tiny guy is here for fun and jokes.
I also said saloon and pool.
I'm gonna freaking throw up. If this wizard's still alive, I'm gonna kill him, dude.
You open into another chamber that's about 20 feet long with no apparent doors.
Oh my
was
god.
was that above us? Up north?
Yeah,
Yeah, so
we're going
northway.
in a big old circle, okay? We've literally gone south. We've gone... What is that? We've gone west, and now we're going north.
Yeah,
This is
It's
a
a
big old
maze.
circle.
for now.
I immediately start looking for another one.
Make perception checks. Oh, never mind, Nereis, you got it. You immediately
It's over here.
just start walking down the room, and it is on the western wall. I can't see your token because you guys stacked yourselves. Right there. Yep. It's on that wall. You find a similar groove that is not very noticeable, that needs to be opened somehow. How do you want to open it?
I push on every side. I pull on every side.
Okay. Doing all of that. Triggers 2 more attacks. None of those work. One gets shot at somebody, which would be Bosch. Make a dexterity saving throw. You avoid the arrow. Pushing and pulling every side did not work.
Can I pull at the corners? The corner of the... Pull at one of the corners?
Yeah. You go through and try and pull at all of the corners. Does not work.
Push at all the corners.
That also does not work.
Alright, I'm out of ideas.
All of
It's
these arrows
obviously
have
not
missed.
I've pushed every side, I've pulled every side, I've pushed every corner, I've pulled every corner.
So I want to push and pull on the center and then try to split it apart like Star Trek doors, sideways and then vertically as well.
Okay. You try that at the center and it does not work initially, but it does have a little give when you try and slide like separate ways to the left. So when you're trying to slide it like this, you notice that the panel kind of shifts to the left a little bit. So you narrow down that it's probably something with the left.
I'll try shoving or sliding as much as I can to the left to get any more.
Yeah, as you slide to the left, that opens the door. into the next chamber, but an arrow fires during this process. Thavo, dexterity saving throw. You take 6 piercing damage.
So 3.
You're not raging.
Oh yeah. Damn.
I don't know. There's been a lot of doors we've been fucking with.
Oh yeah, I feel like I'm just raging at these doors.
Unfortunately, that's not how the mechanic works, but the next door is open to
Is
the
that north or west?
west, through the west door, and you're left with another small room that appears to have no doors.
I look
Right.
for a door.
Go for it, Arise. You're killing it.
Can't find anything on the first run. Anybody else want to go? Bosch finds it. It is also on the west. There is a panel that is faintly separated from the rest of the wall. And this panel has 7 studs in a row. You see that along it there are just 7 studs, like little circle metal looking buttons almost, just lined up across what this panel is.
Buttons or like something that maybe those little blue crystals can go into?
Nowhere near the size of the blue crystals. The crystals that you got were pretty big. They were like this size on the collar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So like basketballs to Flynn.
yeah, they were big.
I thought they were just
Just-
little things around a collar. I didn't think.
I'm wearing it like a belt now.
I mean, it was on a gargoyle. It wasn't on a poodle. But there are 7 like studs. You know those old couches that are like have studded rivets on the bottom that like hold the leather in place, like that? That's what it looks like. There's 7 of them
Okay.
across.
What'd you think, Bill? Bosch? You're not Bill.
It's been a long time.
Sometimes when you speak, it reminds me of Bill. That's all.
Like
That-
Bill
that- Those kind of look like buttons. Before we start pushing one, I think we should. I have a spell that might be able to help us for the moment, and I will cast Rope Trick.
Okay.
Let me put it up here.
Nice.
So I don't want like if stuff shoots at us or the floor drops off as we're pushing these buttons, it might be helpful to the rest of us to not be in the way. And my thought is that 2 of us can climb up into it, and the third one can have the bottom of the rope wrapped around them. So if the bottom of the floor does fall out, we'd be able to at least hold on to them and pull them up.
Yeah.
Bosch, you're the most dexterous. If there's an arrow, you can probably dodge it better than most of us.
Yeah, and if you guys would hold on to the other end of this rope, up inside there, that would be. So, Narias, I don't know if you've ever experienced Rope Trick. It literally opens a little pocket tent in space that no spell or attack can go into, but people can climb into. So you guys can see out of it and see me, but nothing can hurt you guys as I'm pushing buttons.
Cool. Okay. I guess I climb the rope up into it.
And I
Mhm.
will secure the rope around my waist before I start pushing buttons.
Okay.
Before you push buttons, there are 7 buttons, and there are 7 of these dumb rooms with dumb doors. I don't know if that has anything to help, but that's all I got.
Wouldn't that be funny if we went the wrong way and we could have just started here and opened all the doors with these buttons? Wouldn't that be funny? That'd be funny.
Oh, it's like Pokemon with the when you go. Just
What if
Down
this
the
just leads back to the first hallway too?
Oh, wouldn't that be funny?
Flynn, do you want to get up in
the
the
way
rope?
the DM laughed.
That would be funny. I would laugh. Because then I know Derek would yell.
So if everybody's up in the rope room, I'm gonna start pushing buttons. I'm gonna start in the center and work my way out.
Okay. Give me a number and which direction you're going.
You said there was 7 of them?
There's 7 of them total. So which one you starting with and which way you going?
4.
Okay. So you push
Then I'll
4?
do 4, then 3 and 5, and then 2 and 6, and then 1 and 7.
Okay. You push all these buttons. The door opens. It just shifts outward into what seems to be a pretty big hallway, 20 foot wide, and it descends like both ways.
Oh, thank Melora. This is amazing. It's a whole room again.
Don't trust it. I now don't trust big rooms. I got used to tiny rooms.
Oh, look out. There's real doors here. Maybe.
Which way from the room with the 7 buttons was it? Was it north or west?
West.
Guys, I think it's okay if you come out now.
Climb down the rope.
Down and we go in.
Okay. We're gonna take our break there. So I can get coffee, use the bathroom, all that, and then we will continue in the Great Hall of Spheres.
So excited. I can't wait.
The more likes and describes we get, the DM will open free doors for us. So
He won't, though.
So like and subscribe.
And also, I think anyone watching would prefer our pain and suffering, and I get that, so.
Nope.
Like and describe for more pain and suffering. So good at puzzles.
So good at puzzles. We're the best. Bye, YouTube. We'll be back. Actually put it on live scene so we can see the map. Alright. Here, you enter a great hall of spheres. There are spheres all down this entire corridor. This hallway itself resembles the entry hall that you were all in. The same very nice smooth stone tiles on the ground, and the walls are covered with a plaster and painted over. Lots of like signs and glyphs, figures of animals, those human and human-like creatures all over the place. All of them are holding like these spheres that are all over the walls. As you come close, like walk in through the archway, 3 stones begin to glow. The ones that are around you, the brown one on your immediate right, which is silver. The green one on the south side of your group. And then the purple one across the way. All 3 of those begin to kind of light up in these portraits, and they're all being held in different positions, like painted on these walls. Like some are being held above head, some are at waist.
So, are any of these decidedly higher and lower than the others?
They're all kind of like all over the place, more or less. Like, it's more of a random descriptor all over the place. So, like, for right where you're at, the silver one is at the feet of a humanoid creature. The green one on the other side is being held above head by an animal person. And the purple one across is also at the feet of a humanoid creature.
Are these chairs anything like the blue, orange, and yellow one we saw in the weird fog room?
These are different than those. Trying to think of how to get this information to you. Let me see if there's an attachment for this room. This is just a long hallway with a ton of like weird glowy spheres all around.
So it said shun green if you can, but night's good color is for those of great value. So I feel we should probably stay away from the green ones.
Perhaps. Trying to look at other things here. 2 bits. His keys are those keys. Hopefully that was the gargoyle. Don't know. Find the false, you find the true, and into the columned hole you'll come. Are there any columns in here?
Oh, I was thinking column like it's like, you know, just a long hallway.
Are any of these spheres gold? You could actually stop right there. I'll investigate that first one if you'd like.
Yeah, you can investigate it.
Where is it positioned on the wall? Is it at the feet? Is it being held up? Thavo, could you hold me up so I can see this one?
Pick up a bunny. Let him stand on my shoulders.
I'd like to take a real closer look at this sphere to see if there's something inside of it, just to see what's going on.
Okay. You can either make a perception or investigation check. Kind of checking the illusion, trying to look into the golden sphere. It's pretty, like, it's got a good golden glow to it, kind of illuminating the orb. But from just looking at it and kind of investigating this area, or looking over this area, not investigating, I guess, nothing jumps out at you as unusual.
Can I go ahead and touch it?
Yeah. You reach out and touch, and your hand passes through the golden sphere. This seems to be some sort of illusion.
Can I feel around inside?
Yeah, you keep reaching in until your hand hits stonework on the opposite side.
Alright, I'll stick my face in to see what's on the other side.
You peek through, and there is a... the illusion is covering mainly just plain wall until the very bottom, where there's like a 3-foot crawlway that seems to go off it somewhere.
Thavo, hang on a second. I'll drop a rope, and I'll crawl in and tie the rope around my waist. And I'll crawl in for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of crawl in, and you see a lengthy corridor that kind of wraps around. I'll show you what you see, since just peeking through, you see that like it turns and looks like it goes into another room.
So it looks like it goes back a little ways. Should I check this out, or is this big enough everybody can get up through here?
Yeah, you'd all be able to fit through that. Thava would have to like lay flat and kind of like army crawl through it, but she's the biggest one out of all of you. You can all make it.
It looks like it leads somewhere. From what the gargoyle had told us, the look high and low for gold to hear a tale untold. Would we like to search the sphere room a little bit more, or what would you guys like?
Just these stones here, are those doors?
You scroll around, and yeah, so looking at those, there are two, like, just doors, like solid doorways.
That's as good a guess as any. If you're all right with going through a... This makes me wonder... So you were at that one?
Yeah, he was up at the top left gold one and found a passage.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's the only thing we can do. Might as well.
Y'all are crawling in?
Yeah, why not?
Alright, everybody pass through where that orange or that gold gem is, and you'll be able to see the hallway leading to the next space. What you see in here as you kind of progress down the corridor as all of you are moving through, this small room holds what appears to be a statue of a gargoyle, 8 feet tall, with 4 arms. One of the arms is broken off and lies on the floor in front of the statue.
Can I see
Have a
if
collar?
it's... Yeah.
It does not have a collar.
It's not the same one, like the way it's kind of like, if it's messed up, it's not the same one that we killed, right?
It's in the same style, built almost the exact same. This one just seems stationary, however, and just kind of standing as a gargoyle, with one of the arms broken off, laying in front of it.
The previous gargoyle spoke to us in common, was it? No, you found a note. Okay.
He had a note in his collar. long have we been here?
Probably been about half a day at this point. You've been on the island for 5-6 days now.
Yeah, I was just curious.
But you've
how
been
long
in here opening doors and doing all this for probably 3 hours. Might be about 2 in the afternoon, maybe.
Okay.
Did I not get anything off of the collar when I did identify?
Nothing off of the collar, but casting the identify showed, like, just having the collar lets you find that secret compartment with the note on it.
Okay. I'm
Well,
going to inspect the arm.
if this thing wakes up, this is not gonna be great.
Sure. You inspect the gargoyle. The arm on the ground is what you're inspecting?
Yeah.
Okay. Looking at the arm on the ground, it looks like a statue's arm. Getting up to the hand, the open hand that's kind of clawed like this, you do see that there is a socket that looks like it would fit some sort of blue quartz 100 gold piece gem.
Do the other arms that are attached also have these sockets?
From your height, you cannot see the palms. The statue is 8 feet tall.
Okay.
So it's a bit above you. Somebody else could probably get up there and look for you if you want.
I'll just let them know. This one's got a socket that looks like one of those blue gems can fit in it. I don't know if this sort of thing is a key or a trick. Be on guard. I'm gonna put one of the things in the hand on the ground.
Sure.
I'm have an arrow knocked ready in case this thing wakes up and starts being a dick.
Okay. You take off one of the gems. It looks like on this collar itself, it probably holds about like 12 of them or so. You just kind of pop one out of its socket after a little bit of tinkering on it and set it into the placeholder. And you watch the hand slowly close, crust the gem, and then open its hand back up, and it's turned into powder.
Do I know if the powder of these types of gems can be used as any type of spell component or any arcane use?
Make an Arcana check. You know there are spells that take, like, powdered gems as components or just a certain amount of money's worth of gem dust. It would probably work for those spells, but a specific spell that's, like, you need 100 gold piece blue quartz gem, you do not know of off the top of your head.
Wasteful.
Alright,
Do
I'm
my
gonna
best
look.
to pick up that dust.
I'm gonna look for a secret room in here, or a secret door.
Make an investigation check, Norias, and Flynn, you kind of scrape up 100 gold piece worth of gem dust. While you're doing that, Norias is investigating the room. You don't see anything else in this room. It seems to be pretty barren and undecorated outside of the gargoyle statue that's in here.
I'm gonna go up and touch the statue. I'm
Okay.
gonna touch it.
You walk up and touch the statue. It's cold stone.
Anything behind it?
No. Just more cave wall and empty space. You see some of the small, like, rubble pieces of the broken arm is kind of scattered back here, but nothing of interest. just seems the gargoyle that's in here is the only thing of interest in this chamber.
Can that arm fit in the bag of holding?
Yeah, it could.
I don't know, but maybe we take their arm with us? Just in case?
Your bag of holding.
Just gonna... Someone hold the bag open. Stavo, can you put this in the bag?
Just pick it up with one arm, put it in the bag.
Thank you.
You put the arm in the bag of holding.
Alright, well, I think that's everything in this room. I don't really want to wake this gargoyle. I didn't see any secret doors or anything.
Well, just keep it in our mind if we see something later that we may come back here for. We know where it is. Let's investigate the rest of the spheres, I suppose. Unless you two got any ideas?
Not in this room.
I don't want these courts to be destroyed, so I don't want to try all the other arms.
I mean, maybe the court's all the keys.
Just destroyed it. Worth money. We can always come back. You know, if we live. I leave.
Step back out into the sphere hallway. Bosch, what you doing back there? You got a plan?
No, I'm gonna go with him.
Okay.
I was just reading over all the messages from Asarek.
Is there an orb that is just maybe black or like starry night looking? I was looking at the night's good color is for those of great valor.
From where you're at, you don't
walk-
see one.
I'll walk down the hallway too and look.
Okay. You keep moving down the hallway. I think right where you're at, there is a black one. Right, this one that looks brown on the right side. Yeah, that one is black. That one is at the feet of some sort of humanoid hybrid character that's standing in a pose, and it's just sitting at the feet.
I will do what Bosch did and I'll see if I can put my hands through it. First of
Yeah,
all.
you kind of feel through. This is also another illusion spell.
I poke my head in.
You poke your head in, and similar to the previous chamber, there seems to be a crawl space that leads into some sort of chamber.
I found another crawl space.
Alright. Everyone good? Want to go?
And we go.
Okay. This is a corridor that spans quite a ways. Wraps around and around and around. So this is a long tunnel of solid stone that you went to a weird spot. So I'll go ahead and transition you over to this side because it crawls through some sections of the floor. I'll move you guys into position here. You hop in, and then we'll get Bosch in here.
Zoom out my map a little.
But the crawl space keeps going. Where you're at, Thavo, the tunnel ends with solid stone.
Perception check. Look for cracks.
Make a perception check.
Do we get a sense of what time of day it is?
Yes.
It's probably around afternoon. like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I see all the cracks.
You see nothing. This looks like a solid wall of stone.
Looks like it's nothing. Might as well turn around.
Ah, alright.
Hey, what do you think about checking out that bank we should probably have been robbing?
I've been thinking it for many hours, many days. I
Can I
dream
hit-
about it.
Can I hit the wall?
Sure.
I hit it.
Make an attack roll, I guess, as you hit a wall. It's a crawl space, so there's not a lot of movement to make an attack.
Oh, there's not supposed to be rage on that. Sorry.
You, like, press in a crawl space, do this, and you hit a stone wall.
Alright. Well, unless you want to try to take the stone out, Flynn, I don't know what to do here.
No. I think this is gonna be another go in and just try everything type of situation.
Are you all leaving the tunnel, or are you trying something else?
I'm gonna look for secret anything along the tunnel, like all the way back.
Make a perception check. Nothing.
Well, I guess we go back into the orb room.
Okay. I'll move you guys over there, so you don't have to finagle this passageway. Bosch, you doing anything, or are you going back? There you go. You're all back in the Great Hall of Spheres. Moving down, Bosch, Flynn, Narias, all of you kind of moving down. At the end of the hallway, there is a archway. This one not surrounded by a crazy devil person. So here, as you kind of walk up towards the archway itself, the 3 stones there begin to glow. The left-hand stone is olive, the one on the right is citron, and there's a keystone above that gives off a russet light, whatever that means. I don't know what russet is. I imagine it is a color. But there's those 3 stones, kind of similar to the spooky gas chamber room, to where they're kind of lined up on this archway. But looking through the archway, you can't see anything through like this dark, cloudy smoke that is existing in the space.
Is it similar to the fog room from the beginning?
It's pretty similar. It's not as like the fog room had more of like this whitey, like white smoke, this gray sort of like just covering the floor. This archway resembles more of like the big devil doorway, to where it's just kind of like black space and it's full of this dense smoke that you can't see through.
Then, detect magic on that thing.
It'll take about 10 minutes, if you're alright with that.
We got time. It's not like this is a time limit. Like the arrows that we had to walk through.
Take 10 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic. Don't pick up any magic off this. It's 30 feet, correct?
Yeah, for 10 minutes, I'll keep that concentrated.
Okay. Nothing. You get nothing with detect magic outside of you all.
Those orbs, or the spheres, I imagine, still like they do illusion.
Nope.
They don't even. They're illusions, but they don't give off magic. Mm-hmm. I hate this guy.
Magic.
I hate this guy. I hate him. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. In and out of game. I'm upset. I'm gonna look up and down for the color gold in general.
On this archway?
Just like anywhere on the ground to see if there's like gold color stone or trim, and on the ceiling. Just trying to put clues together.
Sure. The only gold that you have seen in this hallway was all the way back at the beginning, the corridor that took you to the Gargoyle statue. That sphere was gold, and that was the only thing that stood out as gold to you.
Do you think the arm has to do anything with any of this?
No idea.
What if we
But
throw
I
the
brought it
arm
just in
into the
case.
fog?
And then it would probably disappear. Or
Would
not.
it-
It
would it
probably
be-
would only do living objects. Because your rocks didn't do anything.
Would it be a good disappear or a bad disappear? Would it disappear the arm, like half the arm, and then cut it in half, or would it disappear?
Imagine
like,
what I really think would happen is it's going to hit the ground. That's it. And then what could happen, if it's a size issue, is that it gets teleported to a place and we don't know where it is. Then we're out an arm, and we're probably just going to have to go through it anyway.
Question for you, DM. The collar that was on the first gargoyle, was it made of leather or was it a loop of metal?
It was a loop of metal. Sorry, there's a helicopter flying over me right now. It was kind of like this metal twined like links around, and the links were on both sides, and then there's like little sockets that were attached to the metal links to where the gems were placed in. It's not like super expensive metalworking for the frame of this collar. Very rudimentary and basic. Looks nice. It's made of silver. Like, you could probably sell it for less than a gold piece, but the gems are the real value of the collar.
I'd say we can check behind every sphere. If our curiosity wants to be satisfied. I think we just got to go through this arch.
Let's go through the arch then.
I still don't even know if we've gone through the fortuitous fall.
Is there a red sphere? Did we see a red sphere?
There is one pretty close behind you.
I'm gonna go look through it.
On the right wall, the third gem back is red. It is held waist high by a creature. Some humanoid creature.
Stick my little hands in it.
Okay. Let me look at which one this is. Yeah, so this is another illusion that you stick your head through, and there is another crawlway that kind of branches out into a tunnel.
I go to the one right next to it.
Okay. You are standing at the one next to it, which is... It says buff. I don't know if that's a color, but buff.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
It's a strong.
Stick my hands in it and then my head in it.
Your hands hit wall. There we go. At least we have somebody looking up the colors for us of weird names.
I stick my head in it. Is there like a passage behind it too?
The buff one?
Yeah.
No, it's just solid wall. Your hands don't pass into it like an illusion. It's just wall.
Oh.
You can't pass through buff things.
2 buff.
Well, there's another passageway at the red one. Should we go through it? Or should we just go through the black portal?
I mean, it's okay with me if we want to check all these spheres out. Maybe get clues. I'm willing to wager it's probably mostly dead ends, but we won't know until we try.
I'm a little worried about the message we've seen that said red is stands for blood.
Magical metal. A loop of magical metal. Okay. Alright, well, I think Bosch might be right. We should probably just go through the portal.
Assuming it's a portal, could just be poison gas.
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out, and I'll jump through.
I follow.
You're all jumping through?
Yeah.
Alright. You step into the portal. Let me select your characters and move you. You and reappear back in the entry hall with the red tiles and the frescoes painted on the walls. And as you all look around, you are completely nude and have none of your equipment.
Pissed. Naked and pissed. Oh my gosh, Kiwi! Kiwi! Kiwi was in the coat!
Kiwi is on the ground in front of you.
Oh,
Also naked.
Also naked.
Kiwi has no fur. It's now a naked mole rat.
Didn't you get tiny clothes for Kiwi?
Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah, they're gone.
Oh, Kiwi! I pick up Kiwi and I ask if Kiwi is okay. You speak with it. You speak with it.
I cast disguise self as myself, as what I look like before. Is that something?
You cast disguise self to put clothes on yourself?
Yes.
Can you click on disguise self so I can read it? Yeah, you can do that.
Alright, I have clothing on.
You have an illusion that lasts an hour on yourself.
No,
Alright.
my cut piece is gone.
It is gone too.
No!
Your junk is no longer protected.
I gotta get out of here.
Hey, what's with your armpits?
It's a long story that we really don't have time for.
Yeah, all of
I sprint.
all of your piercings and stuff like that, like everything that was on you is gone. Only you in your raw form.
No weapons, nothing.
Nothing.
Is there any loose rocks here?
Flynn,
Loose rocks.
as you sprint down the hall, hold on.
Welcome to the Tomb of Horrors.
I need you.
I imagine if those pits aren't open, then I'll stop when I notice, like, oh, everything's reset.
No, they're all open.
Okay.
The ones that you found. You just ran over one that you didn't find.
Okay.
You fall 10 feet.
Featherfall.
Cast Featherfall. You are slowly drifting down to spikes with a bunch of ichor on them.
Is there enough room for me to go in between the spikes? How much room is in between these spikes?
Make a dexterity saving throw. That'll determine whether or not there's room.
I mean, if there's not room, I'm just going to cast Fly.
Oh, that would probably be the better bet if you don't want to chance it.
Can you
Yeah, I'll
cast
just cast
Actually,
fly.
wait, what can you cast without your equipment?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Oh gosh.
If it is just vocal and somatic, you can cast it. I believe Featherfall takes a feather as a component. I don't know
It does.
what fly takes. I imagine it's like a wing or something.
Nope, I'm falling.
You fall and take 7 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. And you take 9 points of poison damage.
Did not mean to click that. Yeah, no, that doesn't help against poison. So, I look bad, but I'm still alive.
You make it through 16 points of damage?
You said 1 and
No,
9.
you take 7 points of piercing damage. That was the first thing I rolled.
Oh, no, I'm dead.
Okay.
I will run up to the pit. And then, can I grab him out? How far down is he?
Hold on, I'm rearranging. Flynn is in that pit. It's only 10 feet down, so maybe like 5-6 feet, but he's just unconscious, like speared through multiple sections.
Okay. Bosch, you gotta get him. I'm gonna hold Bosch's feet, have him get him down there.
Imagine that's a real exciting view for you.
At least you got fur.
I did look up rabbit penis. It's one of those weird red rocket things, so it's hidden.
Oh, like the little
You
dog
just look like
slips
Bugs
in
Bunny
there.
right now. You remove Flynn from the spike running down. I'll say, Flynn, make a death saving throw. Roll a d20.
Oh, I just looked it up. That's terrifying.
1 successful save. You have unconscious Flynn on the edge of the pit.
Somatic is just hand gestures, isn't it?
Yes.
So I pump a cure wounds into him.
Okay. Let me pull up the description just to make sure. Yeah, you got it. Flynn, the wounds heal, and you're at 11 HP.
Look up to see your naked friends standing around you.
Ugh. I thought we found all the pits.
There's one you guys have avoided since walking in here, and I've just been waiting for somebody to step on it.
Anyway, what I was gonna do, follow me.
Okay.
Those, the lights in there that I shut earlier, are they back on?
No, they're all off. They light up in like that order they did previously. Let me go to that section and I will retell it to you.
Shouldn't we just retrace our steps to where we think our clothes are?
Where do you think our clothes are?
I don't know, possibly.
Who says they just dropped right below the portal and didn't teleport to some, or just completely destroyed? Everything we had could have just been completely destroyed.
Good thing we got the option to go back and... Oh.
So these light up again as you move up to them. The left-hand one glows yellow, the right-hand one glows orange, and the keystone above glows blue. So same thing, they light up in that order, and then fade out. They're not lit up.
Alright. I've had enough of this. I walk up to the green archway.
It is like just completely black. It is just unpassable darkness through this archway.
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on it because that doesn't require any materials.
Okay. Dispel.
I'm so hot and angry right now.
Okay. Dispel Magic, there's no roll for it. It does nothing.
I'm going in, you guys.
You'll just go back to the same room with the levers. We went through
No. This one.
No,
The dragon face.
I think we should go back the way we were. We know that path. See if our stuff's there. Because then we can still come back to this door because we know the way back.
I agree with Thavo. We should retrace our steps. Who knows? The devil face might just bring you into a pit of snakes. And then you're just completely nude, Flynn. You don't have anything. Your cod piece, it's gone.
I know.
You're completely unprotected.
Alright.
Alright, back up to the secret door.
Where are you all going? I'll just move you to that section. You know how to make your way through that.
We're retracing our steps all the way back.
To the orb room.
Okay. I will move you all to the orb room. Flynn, are you going as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
If this don't work, I'm coming back here.
If this does not work...
This is the last straw. You don't understand. There's been so many straws. And I'm on the last one.
It's kind of freeing. I haven't ran around like this in some time. I mean, it's
This is Bosch's natural... This is what he's supposed to be like.
Last time I was like this, it was a lot more pleasurable. With a
I am not a fucking animal. Well, partially I am, but I meant running around naked in the woods. That's just for good old-fashioned fun. I mean, we wear clothes.
All right, into this hallway. Is there our stuff here?
When you get back to this hallway, Narias, your illusion spell ends. So now you're back to naked.
Alright, minor illusion around myself.
Just as the gods intended.
I love it. Are you doing like anime bath scenes where there's always just like cloud steam around their crotches?
Yep. Cloud steam. No, the leaf or the log from Adventure Time. Just
okay.
Hold on, can tieflings do that without their materials?
Oh, you have materials. You can't cast that spell. You're just naked.
Because I was looking at that too.
Crap.
So you guys know, I could disguise self. I just choose not to.
Well, you have freaking fur, Bosch.
Thavo, getting to the end of the
Basically a
hallway, looking into the smoky arch, the 3 lights glow again, and there you don't see anything in there. It is a dense black fog. You can try walking in there and feeling around if you want.
I'm gonna go through some of these orbs that we've already gone through, looking through these rooms. Maybe they poofed our clothes into one of these rooms.
Okay. So you're going to the orbs that you found to be illusions?
Yes.
Okay. You go back into the gargoyle chamber. There is no sign of clothes in there. The statue is left with its 3 arms and missing one that was on the ground. The other dirt tunnel that you pass through that takes a while ends up in a solid stone wall again. No sign of your equipment or clothing.
So the vampire arm is back. Or not vampire arm,
No, the gargoyle arm is missing still.
Can I go back to the other hallway and take a rope? And I don't have a fucking rope. Gosh, dang it!
This sucks. This is not good.
This is classic Gygax.
All right, fine. I'm walking back. Fine, I'm gonna walk back through it. Maybe if I walk back through it and we get stopped back at the beginning, maybe it just puts our clothes back on. Going in.
Oh no.
I walk in.
Is everybody following Thavo or just Thavo going through?
No, I'm going.
Okay. Bosch, Narais, y'all going through?
I reluctantly walk through.
Okay.
I'm just gonna wait here for them to come back.
Okay. So Bosch, you stay in there. Let me move the 3 of you here. You all end up back in the entrance of the main hallway that you started out at. You are still naked and have none of your stuff.
Hold on. 5 minutes. I'm gonna go out the entrance, see if our clothes are sitting outside on the beach or wherever.
Okay, yeah. You walk out
Just real
through
quick.
the corridor out into the gravelly mound and the stony, crunchy terrain. No sign of any of your stuff. You see the residue of your campsite, like the small fire that you made, just sitting there, but none of your equipment.
Alright. They're not outside. Where's Bosch?
He didn't walk through, it looks like. So we have to go back and get him.
Last straw. Alright, so this time we're checking out every sphere. Every sphere. If that don't work, I'm coming back here. I'm going into the mouth of that dragon. Last straw. Said avoid green if you can. Well, apparently we can't. So Flynn is gonna stick his head. He's gonna take the time, go through every sphere, starting with this one.
Yep. I
Okay.
will lift him up into ones he needs help lifting up into.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys make your way all the way down this corridor, going through every single sphere, avoiding the 2 doorways that are kind of there at the start. All of the spheres, they're all solid. You have found the Illusionary Doors. So the red one, the gold one, and that brownie one.
They all have illusion doors.
Yeah.
Let's just open these doors.
Yeah, what do we feel about these? Let's check these out.
Open them. We can't do anything.
We can do some
Open it.
stuff.
Open the door. Go in.
Okay. Hold on. You
Oh no.
open the door, and all of you, when you open the door, are... I guess just you, Thavo. You see spear kind of fall down from the solid stonework. There's no room behind that you guys are walking into. You open the door and it's a solid wall, but a spear kind of like tilts down and shoots out of the door directly at you, Thabo. This is plus 11. 16 to hit.
No dex save or anything?
No.
Oh yeah, 16 hits.
Okay. You take 6 points of piercing damage as the spear kind of like launches through, cuts your ribs and the inside of your bicep as it in the wall behind you.
Alright, next door. I open it.
I step
Just
out
so
of
I
the way.
move out of the way, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You open it. Another spear falls and shoots out. This time avoiding it since you know it's there. It shoots into the wall across.
All right. I go into the room she just opened and I look for any secret anything.
It is just a wall right there. There is no room behind that door. It is a false door.
Can we gather the spears?
You sure can. The spears will be strength attacks for you, and they do 2d8 piercing.
Give one to Thavo.
2d8 piercing? Dang.
Yeah, they're like heavy weapons.
Okay, I'll take one. We haven't gone through the red orb though, right?
No.
I'm going through the red orb.
You walk through the red orb into a small curving dirt corridor. Another crawl space. You're like hunched over trying to slide through this and it ends in a solid wall.
Wood?
It's just solid wall.
Never wanted to rage quit so bad in my life.
Hey.
I've got two options. We go back, I go through the green dragon door. Or we go back into the room with the levers, see what happens if we go down. But I can't save us from falling from death. So if it is the fortuitous fall, hopefully it lands on a bed of cushions and good dreams.
We're just looking to TPK ourselves now. We're like, screw it.
Because at this point, we're deserted on this island until we find our stuff. So we've got to do something. Either die heroically in this terrible place or starve to death on the beach. The dragon? Or the levers?
Sean Green. Let's stick to the one thing we know. Sean Green. Now, what color is the dragon devil thingy?
Can't remember.
So let's do the freaking levers. Because there's nothing... It says Sean Green. There's literal directions to the two Mahors, and it says Sean Green.
Well, we tried to follow some of those directions. Didn't say anything about being nude and robbed. Not a thing about that. No thing. I'll remember. And it's not there.
Knight's good color is for those of great valor. Knight's good color. There's been solid walls behind everything that's dark enough to be a night color.
Do we need to check out the end of that tunnel we came to a dead end at again?
Let's go back into the night one, the dark one. Let's look very thoroughly to see if there isn't anything there. I'm going. I go back to the black looking one.
Okay. So back into the Black Sphere tunnel that leads you to a dead end. Instead of moving all of you through the tunnel and all that, just all of you go ahead and make investigation or perception checks as you move through. Nereus the Door Master leads the way through this tunnel, and you find that at the end of this tunnel is a false wall that you...
I told you guys! I told you! I knew it the whole time! No, I didn't know it at all. It's just...
My monitors weren't so expensive, I'd be flipping this desk right now.
So you all get to the end of this this corridor, and there's a false wall there that you push and open. Looking in at first glance, it looks to be a chapel of some sort. It's very churchy looking in here, like with pews and altars. From what you can see at this distance, it's still, you know, pitch black everywhere, like all of this is.
Fantastic. Nude in a place of worship. This guy's a real piece of work.
At some point when we were like frustrated and just like all mad and angry and silence, we would like to try to make a nest or like my knots in my hair, so like Kiwi can at least be in my hair.
Okay.
Just because my hair does, my hair is very long, so it at least does cover the tatas.
If we need to, you know, at some point, we have to find something to eat.
What are
So
you
keep-
saying?
And just keep that in mind.
I'll eat you before Kiwi. Remember that.
Pretty sure Kiwi's got more meat on her bones than I do.
Only
Well,
one way to find out.
If we can get outside and I can find some mistletoe, I can do Goodberry, but that's the only limitation on that.
Apple with pews, huh?
Nope, that's what's in here.
Is there like a podium up front? What is it?
You haven't walked in for me to read anything, so if you want to walk in, go for it.
I'm walking in.
Okay. You walk in, and you see what is obviously some form of temple area. There are scenes of normal life painted on the walls, but the people have rotting flesh, skeletal hands, and worms eating them, and so forth. Yet, there are also depicted various religious symbols of good alignment. There is a mosaic path leading between 4 rows of wooden pews that face the worship area. In front of the pews, a wooden railing divides the room. South of it is an altar in front of a tiered dais on which sits a wooden chair. I assume the altar tiered dais is like it's just a designed platform. There's like an altar in front of it, and then there's like the little steppy platform, and there's a big chair sitting up there.
Okay, don't touch anything that looks religious, because we don't want to spawn anything while we have absolutely nothing.
I've got these. Pew! I can still shoot some magic out of these fingers. And my mage armor's still up, because that don't go away even if you do lose materials.
I guess I walk up to the altar, not touching anything.
Okay. You walking up to the room. I do have something else to read to you. As you get closer to that chair, the chair is nicely carved and padded, but seems unremarkable. On either side of the dais are large freestanding brass candelabras, each holding 5 white candles. In each corner of the southern wall is a large white pottery urn stoppered with a brass and wooden plug. Sprawled on the floor Near the west wall is a human skeleton in black chainmail that is badly rusted and damaged. The skeleton's outstretched arm points to a stone archway set in the wall. The opening is filled with opaque, bright orange vapors.
Alright, let's not go in that one. We know what happens when we go through a bright orange or vapor of any kind. We got teleported without our gear. I don't want to know what happens with the orange one.
My guess is that you burn. Because he's burned. Looks kind of burned to me. I'm going to investigate the body.
You're gonna investigate the old skeleton boy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make an investigation check. Okay. Most of the equipment that this skeleton on the ground has is damaged to a point unusable. The chainmail on it, you kind of like pick it up to see if it would even function. It just kind of snaps at the hinges and crumbles. Has a rusted blade that does about the same thing. You figure you could get like one good swing with the sword before it snaps in half. With a 12, you find one basic healing potion that seems to have survived whatever happened to this unfortunate soul.
I'll just take that and walk around with it.
Okay.
Clothes on any of these rotting people?
The rotting people that was artwork on the walls. The mosaics on the walls depict normal life, but they're all like rotten and skeleton hands, and there's worms crawling all over them, kind of eating at them. It's a gross visual.
Right, so Akarak said, if shades of red stand for blood, the wise will not need sacrifice, but a loot of magical metal. Now, sacrifice, there's an altar. We have a loop of metal. Oh, no, we don't. Fudge.
Yeah, is there anything on this altar?
Looking at the altar, there is a centerpiece. It's a block of strange material that you're unsure about. But it kind of seems like it's glowing from the inside, this light opalescent blue.
I'm not touching the altar. I'm gonna go look at the chair.
These
You're
gold
looking at the chair?
star things just like candlesticks, or?
Yeah, I believe those are the candelabras.
Yeah, those are the candelabras with the white candles in them.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
The chair is, like I described before, a nicely carved and padded chair, but it seems unremarkable. It just seems like a big kind of throne chair.
I'm gonna look at it for anything hidden. Like behind it, around it, under it, I don't know.
Make an investigation check. You don't find anything on this chair or this kind of like a platform, dais, as it was written.
Can I follow their footprints into the center of the church?
Yeah. They seem to just walk down this center pathway that's kind of tiled and a little bit different than the rest of the stone flooring. But you're in the center of this chapel.
So you said there was material in the middle of the altar.
The altar itself is made of an unusual material, and it is radiating this opalescent blue. Like, it looks like it's from the inside of the altar, and it's kind of like just spewing out in these little trickles of light.
Is this altar set up like a chest type situation where it can be opened?
No, it is just a large, we'll say stone, even though it's a weird material. It's just a large stone altar. It's whatever this material is, just a solid hunk of material.
What is the thing in the corner over here?
That is the urns. I can go back and read it for you. Those are the large pottery urn. Large white pottery urn stopped with a brass and wood plug.
I'm gonna go over to it.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at it for anything hidden.
Make another investigation check. Ned. Seems like an urn. You open it and the inside reveals nothing. Just seems like an urn.
What about this little doorway here?
That is the doorway
Orange
that,
portal.
yeah, the skeleton is pointing at. So the skeleton's outstretched arm points to a stone archway set in the wall. The opening is filled with an opaque, bright orange vapor.
Go ahead.
Lynn said it looked like he got burned and the portal might burn you. I don't...
I was just guessing, though. I'm not a doctor, so he could have died a different way.
Yeah, it wasn't said that the skeleton was burned. He's just dead and kind of stuck in a position of pointing at the archway.
I'm only thinking fire because it's kind of orange, but could be anything.
Can I take a look around the room to see if I might be able to spot any hidden doors?
Sure. Make a general perception check. Just kind of looking around, investigating.
Not rolling good today.
Can I join him?
Go for it.
Perception or investigation?
Perception on this one. You're looking for something. Nothing super interesting. Both of you kind of walk around and clear the walls. Nerais, you do notice that walking by all of the pews, they all seem to be on, like, hinges. Like, they fold over. Like, the seats all look like they can be lifted up.
Eyes, why do the pews of the seats have hinges on them? If I lift it, is there gonna be treasure? Or is a bunch of skeletons gonna be down there?
Probably both.
Maybe.
Ooh, what if it's golden skeletons?
Well,
I
I'd carry it, but I don't think I'd be able to carry a full golden skeleton out of here.
I'll go ahead and flip up the pew I'm standing next to.
Okay. You flip that one up? Nothing in it. Just kind of an empty seat cupboard.
Gonna look for a false bottom.
No pocket change or anything?
Nothing in there. Yeah, you can look for a false bottom. Make an investigation check. There is no false bottom as you trim the edges with your hands. It seems to be the actual bottom of the pew.
Every pew, you said every pew had the hinges?
Yeah.
I go to the next one up.
Okay. You open it. Empty.
I open it. Empty. Look for a false bottom. Investigation.
No false bottom.
I'm gonna do this for every single one. There's another investigation for the other one.
Okay. That one you open, and it is filled with... It has...
Duh.
Oh, I'm actually... wrong. I read this incorrectly. As you've opened these back three, the one that you opened first, Bosch, had 2,000 gold pieces in it. The next one back that you opened, Nerais, has 3,000.
With no way to carry them.
EP. I don't know what E is.
It's Electrum. It's, I want to say it's in between
Silver and gold.
copper and gold. Silver and gold.
Silver and gold. Okay. We'll just say that there's 1,500 gold pieces in these, just to make it easy. And then there's 4,000 silver pieces in the back row. On the side that you've opened.
Okay.
What happens if I put my hands on this altar?
Touching the altar?
Yeah,
Scary.
both hands. Just put them both on there, right in the middle.
You push down on the altar, and you see the glue opalescent blue light begins to get stronger, and then a lightning bolt shoots down the center aisle. I need all of you to make, I believe lightning bolt is dexterity saving throws. Thavo, you don't have to since you're by the archway. Let me pull up lightning bolt real quick. Alright, yeah, so it's a 100-foot line straight through there. That's the DC. 8d6. Bosch and Nereus, both of you succeed on this. Let me get my dice roller open. Bosch and Nereus, as you're lifting up pews and looking at the treasure inside, you're both struck from the side by a lightning bolt. You managed to duck out of the way to reduce the damage. Both of you take 13 lightning damage.
Is shield something that I can do?
It is only... Well, no, not on this. It's got to be a attack roll.
Okay, yeah, so shield is not
okay.
something you can do on this. And
Alright.
Flynn, you take 26 points of lightning damage.
My HP doubled is 28. Am I dead or am I good?
You were
I don't
2
remember
away
the rules.
from being dead.
Woo!
So
Good thing
you were
I
just
got this
unconscious at the moment.
And a potion rolled out of my hand.
Yep, it rolled away. So the two of you take 13, Flynn takes 26 and is unconscious as all of you look towards him. He is now laying in front of this altar that is now shifting colors and turning this opalescent red is now emanating from it.
I'm running. I'm gonna jump into the pew closest to me and close it.
Okay, you jump into a pew, you land on a bunch of money and close it, and you're now tucked away in a pew.
Since Flynn is down, and my purpose is to bodyguard him, I'm going to shove that potion into his mouth.
Okay.
And then throw him into a pew.
Roll 2d4 plus 2, and that'll be how much Flynn heals. 10 points of healing. As you're
That's the
now
most you can get.
brought back to life for the second time today. And you're thrown into a pew and it's closed on your head.
Where am I? Don't touch the altar! Don't get me out of here! Don't touch the altar!
I am laying down on the pew to protect Flynn.
What is it? I'm trapped!
Okay.
Bravo!
Which one did you throw him in, and where are you laying? Move accordingly.
Oh, okay. I guess.
So it looks like Bosch is in the second row, and Nereus jumped in the fourth row on the right.
Yeah, and I want to keep moving back too, away from that altar.
I'll jump into put him in this last one, as long as it looks safe when I opened it.
The last one on the left side?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You run back there, open it up. It is also filled with a bunch of money. It's 4,000 more silver pieces lying in there, but you throw them in and close it. And now Flynn's trapped in a pew, naked, surrounded by silver. You all move back. A couple moments pass, and nothing happens. The room just kind of goes quiet, except for Flynn yelling out of the
I
pew.
think it's just because I touched it! Silver!
What the f***? I said do not touch it, you stupid! You're stupid, Flynn!
I'm very smart, I'm just very curious and very annoyed!
You guys could get out of the pews now.
I really can't!
I'll get off the
I
pew. I was
slowly
laying
open
on.
it, and I look at the freaking altar.
The altar is glowing a opalescent red now instead of blue.
It's glowing red now. We probably shouldn't touch it again.
Well, I wasn't going to now that I've learned something. But sometimes you gotta learn your lessons the hard way.
I get out.
Thank you, whoever, Thavo, I think it was you, sent me coming back from the clutches of death and throwing me into a nightmare. Oh, that's silver. Well, we could probably do something with this if we find our bags.
Trying to keep you safe.
Thank you. I think I found that potion, eh? Alright, should we just go through the mist?
Let's just go through the mess. So far, mist just takes us to tiny rooms
Can I
and
look
takes
for
our
false
clothes.
bottoms in every pew? Can I do like one big?
Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry.
No,
You
no,
do
no,
what
stop.
you want. I'll take a break. I'll just sit here.
Wait. Everybody needs to get away from the fucking altar. It turned red, right?
Just don't touch it. I think it's fine if you don't touch it.
I'll shoot an arrow at it.
What?
You don't have
arrows.
Oh shit, that's right. Never mind.
If I had an arrow.
I would absolutely shoot it.
Can I pick up a pew and throw it at it?
Oh no, don't touch it!
Don't touch it, Davu! What are you doing?
The
This
pews
is
are
life and death.
fastened to the ground, so no.
This is life and death. I am almost dead.
How far can I chuck a coin?
I swear.
Pretty
Okay.
far.
I'll throw a
you
coin
need
at
to
it.
learn from my lessons.
I'm gonna sprint over to him and like block his coin.
I'm back in the pew.
That's a dex.
Yep. Mega, both of you just roll a dexterity check.
Wasting good money.
Narias, what's your normal dexterity number? Is it 3?
Is it the big number or the small number under it?
The small number under it.
It's 16.
Oh, then what's the big number?
3.
3. So you rolled an 11 plus 3, which would be 14. You do not block the coin as it is hurled across the room like a little disc and hits the altar, and nothing happens. You hear it clink and rattle.
Did the color change at all, or is it still the
Still red.
red?
Alright, so just don't touch it.
I'm keeping my eye on you.
On me?
You could try. We should probably stay as far away as possible from it in general.
So
I'm
why
telling you,
did
just
you
don't touch
throw
it.
a coin at it?
I'm way the hell over here.
Oh, it shot a lightning bolt all the way through the chapel.
Hey, we
But
should
it
finish
did
looking through
nothing.
these pews.
It hit me. I'm dying. Look at me. As I show all my burn marks and scorches.
That's nothing. One time I was an incinerated corpse.
We didn't ask.
Here's the deal, and I'll put a hand on his shoulder. And I'll just walk away after I heal him.
And you are healed 9.
Oh. Wait, no.
So what's up with those other pews? I'll go look then.
I think I looked for false bottoms on all of the right side. I want to go look for false bottoms on all the left side.
Okay. You didn't get the front ones on the right side. You started at the second and worked back, and then everything exploded on you. You're starting on the left
Alright.
side, though?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the left side.
Yeah. The back one is filled with the 4,000 silver pieces. Just like the one across from it.
Is there a false bottom?
No false bottom.
Next one.
Filled with the 1,500 gold pieces.
Is there a false bottom?
No false bottom.
Next one.
Filled with 2,000 gold pieces.
Is there a false bottom?
No false bottom.
Next one.
You open that one, and you hear a ping. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Hey, you just made it. Yeah. A bunch of poison fills, the whole room for 2 rounds. So all of you make Constitution saving throws. Gustavo. Okay.
I jumped into a different pew.
Well, it doesn't matter because gas fills the room. And for 2 rounds, most of you make your save, except for you, Flynn, who is now poisoned.
Can I dive for the entrance into this room if it's still open?
Yeah, back into the kind of dirt hallway. Yeah, you can go back in there. We all kind of clear out, the room fills with smoke, and then it slowly dissipates as most of you just resist it, hold your breath. Flynn, you are poisoned for 48 hours.
I'm sorry, Flynn.
Well, I kind of got you shocked, so it's fair.
Can I make my way around the outside wall here? Just knocking, trying to find some sort of secret door. I really don't want to go into that gas doorway.
Okay. You walk around. Make a perception check.
I will help him.
Okay. Make it with advantage. Yeah. You walk all the way down the wall until you kind of get up towards the southern side of it, like right here. Here there is a small slot. Looks like something can be set in it, or it can be moved with some way, but right above it there is a letter O, like traced above it. You see kind of like, just a second. You see right above it, it looks like almost like a worn off charcoal circle right above the slot.
So this may be something over here.
Does that charcoal circle look like some sort of spell rune that they drew on it?
Make an Arcana check. Okay. 10? No, it doesn't look like anything Arcana based. It just kind of looks like a sketching of an O.
Does it look like anything I would recognize?
I'm not gonna have you roll for it. No, it just looks like an O.
And slot that you can put something into, is it like a notch in the wall, or?
Yeah, so it's like a kind of like a triangle-y looking notch in the wall. You see it kind of disappears into black if like looking into it. But it kind of looks like a deposit slot, like something should be placed in there, and above it has a circle.
Maybe tithe or something?
I'm gonna maybe gold, maybe money. Just walk over to one of the open pews that's got some silver in it. Grab a handful, or no, five pieces. See what happens if we put 5 silver in there.
Sounds like a plan.
Just put 5 silver in there.
Okay, you drop it in there, and the mechanism that is inside, you hear the metal pieces slide down like and then start clanking on the inside, and then silence.
Oh, it just received your offer. More. Put more in it. Couple gold.
Let's try 5 gold this time.
You all nakedly walking around this chapel, grabbing coinage and putting it in. The same thing happens over and over as you continue to do it. You hear the slide of metal, it clank around on the inside and then go silent.
When it originally clanked around, did it sound like it was running into more piles of gold, or just like the side of an empty steel container?
It sounded like it was hitting some sort of like mechanism on the inside. Like it went clink, and then a little bit farther off, clink, and then nothing. It wasn't like a smooth landing in a pile of gold, and it wasn't like landing in a container that would just go boom. It sounded like it was hitting something on the way down, but after 2, it goes away.
You find the false, you find the true, into the columned hall. You'll come, and there the throne that's keyed and keyed. Is there columns in here?
No.
I feel like column hall means like it's just like a long hallway.
Maybe.
Like Excel files, you got columns and rows.
The throne. Something with the throne. Columned hall, you'll come, and there the throne that's keyed.
I'm just gonna put my hand to the hole and cast Ray of Frost down it.
Okay.
I do not need materials for that.
Cool. You cast Ray of Frost down the hole, nothing happens. For your Ray of Frost, you see it kind of like branch out of your hand, but once it bypasses the original slot, it just kind of dissipates. As if something canceled it.
Put kiwi in there.
No! Put your fist in there.
Whatever, it just cancelled out my magic. So it's got bits and pieces of its own Dispel Magic around here. I got nothing, unless we want to keep throwing money in it. See if we do enough,
money.
if it'll tilt something down there.
Yeah, throw as many silver pieces as possible. We don't want to waste the gold.
You nakedly run back and forth, grabbing all of the money and sliding it into that hole. It makes the same noise every time, but nothing happens.
How many silver pieces did we put in there?
2,000.
Back the way we came, or through another mist?
I bought mist.
Can I see anything through the mist at all?
Nope, it is just like the other ones, to where it is distorted by the orange smoke that is inside of it.
I'm gonna get a silver piece and chuck it in there.
Okay. Throw a silver piece in there, you hear it hit stonework on the ground.
Man, we need to just have like a kiwi factory. Just mice that we can throw in anything.
You are.
There's a druid spell for that.
Poor squirrels.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess this is the way forward. And I'll just go ahead and step into the orange mist.
You follow very closely.
Okay, so all 4 of you are walking into that room?
I'm not. Hold on. I want to wait. Is there any noise that happens when they walk in there, or is it just they disappear?
No, they just walk in.
Okay.
All right.
I guess I follow.
Take a small breath. Do I feel like I'm getting poisoned or burned from the inside out?
Well, you all walk into this room, and it is a bare 10-foot by 10-foot room. And as you kind of glance around and look at each other, you notice that everybody's sex has been changed. So you are now the opposite gender, and your alignment has also flipped.
I'm a good woman.
I have so many nipples.
Oh yeah, baby.
So wait, what would neutral good alignment change to?
Neutral bad?
You're neutral evil.
Oh no, poor Kiwi. Was Kiwi a woman first?
Kiwi was a lady?
A lady mouse. So now you have a dude mouse.
That's evil!
Jesus Christ, Thavo! Thavo, does that thing hurt your back? It's awesome that most of us are, junk height to you now, so that'll be fun.
Oh no.
Yep.
The good news is we have a bit of a rope.
Alright. This is how it is. I'm going. I'm going to the Green Dragon right now. You can't stop me.
Alright, let's go.
Wait, no, this is a blank room.
Wait, if we can get... I don't know how a girl rabbit would sound. So, if we can get back to here, we could just jump through it again.
Can we leave?
I'm gonna investigate
Leave and go
first
back
for
in and see what
anything.
happens.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you all walk out. All of you take
Can you go back through the mist?
2 points of psychic damage as you walk out of that room. And the orange mist is still perpetuate inside of that archway.
I'm gonna walk back in it.
Go back in.
You all walk back in. Your sex has been reversed again, and your alignment changes again.
Walk out.
Now,
Get back out.
now
of
here... Yeah, I joined him outside, but hear me out. This could be worth a
Another
lot
5.
of money sometime.
You all take another 5 psychic damage as you walk out.
Okay, it was worth it. No, it was worth it, Flynn. It was worth it.
Oh! No, you'll see that Flynn is bleeding from the ears, the nose, and the eyes. That's how bad that hurt him.
Alright, before we go walk through the green door, I think we should take a little nap. Take a long, long nap.
Should we kind of bunk down in the tunnel where there wasn't, the giant evil, altar that shot us with lightning?
Bosch is correct.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
What?
Long tunnel, long rest.
So you're all taking a long rest? In the long tunnel?
Yeah.
Okay. It's very cramped in here. Not super comfortable, but you all have to kind of like lay in a line in this crawl space. Laying nude in the crawl space, you all waste away the rest of the hours, fall asleep after an exhausting day, and wake up not knowing really what time it is. But you're all back in that tunnel. You're all back to full health. Still naked. The correct sex and alignment.
Am I still poisoned?
You are still poisoned for 48.
48 hours,
Yep.
I forgot, yeah.
Yeah, you'll have like another day and a half, and then your poison will go away.
Did we ever crawl down that little tunnel from the red orb in the Hall of Spears?
It was another short tunnel. Yeah, but it ended also. But I also didn't investigate too much.
Well, should we go and investigate that a little
Wait,
bit?
no, what color is the altar? Is it still red?
The altar is still red if you look back in the room.
Okay, we need to remember this place for the gold. If we ever get our stuff back, which at this point I'm doubting it, we can get the gold.
Some of it. That seems like a lot of gold.
Doesn't Flynn have a bag of holding?
Had.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we get our stuff back.
Yeah.
All right.
A new day, restored. What is the plan?
A nude day. Going to the Red Sphere.
Okay.
Maybe there's a.
We all just jump into a pit together.
That's probably what eventually is going to happen, but not on purpose. Yeah. Go to the red, see if there's another false back.
Okay. All of you make a perception check. I will say with advantage since you are kind of like in the know for what you're looking for at this point.
So mine will be normal, because I'm poisoned.
All of you just straight up see that there is a false door here down the red spheres tunnel that you can open.
We just need a little shut-eye, is all.
Oh.
Let's go. I've got a good feeling about today. This is the one.
Are we
Well, I
sure?
think it's the only place we have left to check other than that dragon doorway.
And the levers. Checking things off the old list. That's what life's all about.
Okay.
And if we ever find this wizard, I would love to help you kill him.
So you all open the door. You let me move some stuff on my end so I can see. You all come into a room with a 10-foot drop on the other side of this false wall that you just kind of drop down into, and there are 3 chests on the floor in this room. Each one is 4 feet long, 2 feet wide, and 3 feet high. And they're all different makes. The western one is gold. Yeah. The western one is gold, the center one is silver, and the eastern one is oak, with some thick bronze bands. Those are the 3
It's all
chests you
oak.
see.
What was the thing that said something about gold?
Look
The
high.
chest on the left is gold.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there was something else. Like
So
like the
with
message. What did the little letter say out of the collar? Do we?
Look high, look low and high for gold to hear the tale untold. Take the archway at the end, and your way you'll wend.
Should we just open a chest?
So let me do a once over to make sure there's no trip wires or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for traps.
Okay. Perception or investigation checks.
Oh, sorry, that was an advantage.
Oh yeah. Both of you walk around and look at the gold, silver, and oak boxes. The only one that you immediately notice is trapped is the silver one. Seems to be a at the bottom part where it is attached to the ground. Looks to be some sort of trigger.
Alright, don't open the silver one, it is trapped. What is the little thingy thing down here? Is it like a doorway?
No, that's just kind of a mess up on the map.
Oh, okay.
It's connecting to just the outside terrain of the map.
I'm gonna open the oak one. I'll try to use my spear to open it.
Okay. opening the oak one.
Is that the one on the right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You open the oak one, look in, there's nothing, and a giant skeleton appears in the room and is fighting you now.
Oh, giant. Like giant. Yeah,
Can
I
I
was
just-
thinking like 7 foot.
Can I close the chest super quick and just see if it disappears?
You close the chest quickly, and it does not. It is covered in armor, tiny skulls, and is animated.
Of course it is.
Okay,
Of course it is.
what would happen if I opened the silver chest with it right there?
Well,
I would
you
probably
can
die.
Find
but-
out next week on Unearthed Arcana.
Outsiders Arcana.
Outsiders Arcana. Something Arcana.
Oh no, we're gonna win because we're nude. This is Bronson style fighting.
No one wants to fight a naked guy.
I think there is only one person with enough strength to wield the spears that you have that do all that damage.
Hey, I still got cantrips I can fire off. Pitu. Let's go.
We can. That'll be a fun start to next week.
Yeah, next session's gonna be about 30 minutes long.
Probably. I do have a question for all of you after this. But as far as YouTube goes, look at the subscribe. Push the buttons. That's